Hello, this is Wolf, and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video, and the 700th episode inside of Stampy's A Lovely World. Yes, that is correct, everybody. This is episode 700. I don't know what S has gone off to, but I want to build her a house anyway. But anyway, that's for the future. This episode is going to be touring around everything. I was going to do this on Bedrock, but I heard my emergency GPU fan turn on, which is something I can't even access through GeForce Experience, which means that it was probably around 90 degrees, which means that my measly PC is probably due for a write-off. But anyway, as we discuss that, we will also discuss the fact that there's a lot to go through, including a treehouse over there, a theatre over there, a weather station that a certain Yapper John keeps on asking for reference about, some nice lovely trees. We will be going through mostly all of that, apart from the scenery, apart from where it's due. But yeah, first off, we should start in here, shouldn't we, with the bedroom. Of course, there's a better place to start off, and that's by having my breakfast, which is, of course, a daily pork chop. Not daily, well, I guess now it is, because it's Christmas, guys. Nom 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 nom. Always tasty. Before I do probably get into the tour, I just want to say this. I would have done this a lot sooner. Well, it's coming out on the same day, don't get me wrong, but like, for me at least, I've been awfully ill. Like, not being able to taste your food is definitely not a thing that I thought I would have witnessed, but you know what? I'm on the mend now, and I might sound awful. There might be a couple times where I cough during this video, pre-warning. But honestly, I'm not doing this for me, I'm doing this for you guys, and I'm still going to do a good job. I'm going to fight through my illness, just because I ought to do this tour justice. And it's not going to be touring everything yet. We're going to be doing the town in one episode in the Funland, because that's how Stampy did it, and that's how I kind of like it. So I'm taking the second pork chop for when we go to the doghouse, because Barnaby's going to be hungry as anything. Hello there, little snowman. I think we called you Jack, if I remember correctly, but yeah, he's Jack. He lives behind the bed. He says he's quite cozy there. He doesn't really worry about claustrophobia, and plus he's like cute. You know, he gives me little back of the head rubs when I'm sleeping. He's a nice golem. He is. He's been there since around before Halloween, so yeah. Join the crew, Jack. Not that you haven't already. But this room here is the room of controversy. Room of no requirement, because the requirement of the room is for someone that is a little bit naughty. Well, actually, I say was a bit naughty. And I will name them because I have no ties to them. But Elfily, funny crazy bear he was. Yeah, it's been 9 years. You know, if we can't move on, then what can we do? Here's the main area. Of course, we have a lot of cool things that I've changed to this area, if I do say so myself. I've tried to keep it as, like, vanilla feeling as possible, not to go too over the top, because that's not my job, that's other people's jobs, and, well, it's their choice at the end of the day what they want to do with their own continuations. So, honestly, that is fine by me. We have, of course, across the hall, Henry and Hilda's room, which only seems to have Hilda. But this is Henry's side, at least, and of course you can see a good glimpse of everything that's yet to come. And yes, I know for those people that were asking about the snow and know about all that, then we'll get into how and why that's gone. But all I will say is Rusty actually doing something good has something to do with it. Yeah, so he has a flower and a bed. Then they have this seating area, which is a bit small for you, isn't it, Hilda? You know, it's a bit small, isn't it? Isn't it a bit small? Oh, she turned away. Yeah, it's a bit small, isn't it? Yeah. She nodded. Not because I jumped up and down. She's looking at me. Trust me, guys. Then this is Hilda's side with a double bed and a nice chest full of absolutely nothing. I guess, you know, valuables are subjective. Right, well, I've also modified the stairs over here a little bit more than they were before, but we can come up here now into the kind of top area of the upstairs with a nice window looking out to the kind of clubhouse side and some other kind of details I've added over the time. There's a nice little bridge that connects up to the other side with like some water that was flooding down. There's a massive water system in this house, which if you don't get it at first glance, then I'm sure you will at some point. But here is the guest room. This was redesigned after it being kind of a horrible, just small basic room. This was modified by Squishy back around episode like 400 era. So I think it's quite a nice upgrade if you do say so myself, if I do say so myself even. We'll head up here to the roof of the house. By the way, if my but if my enthusiasm kind of dies down in this tour, don't expect this to be a top-notch like episode. I'm still going to pan this tour out and show everything and talk about details and stuff that I can. but I'm not gonna go full on like, yeah guys, this is that. Like, I'm not, you know, like today's just not the day. I'm sorry. I just cannot. But it is a tour nonetheless. And you can see there's an annoying torch down here which was never fixed, which Stampy himself did this, believe it or not, which not the best, but oh well. And this is a kind of glimpse of everything that we've got to tour that you can see so far, and there'll be a bit more that we'll be able to see once we head to the top of Fizzy's Tower. Originally, the music tower. The reason why that lost its title is because, well, A, there was barely any music played inside of this place, and B, because, well, Fizzy is a bit crazy, isn't he? And wanted a tower for our room, I guess. And what we did during the Halloween decoration episode is this was originally orange and black, kind of wool carpets up here. And I got this idea from the Mango, actually. Well, even though Fizzy was the one that did this originally, I kind of like what the Mango did in his house renovation that he did, where he kind of set these to be carpets. I just thought it looked so much better. So honestly, good job. And of course you can see all of the things on this side that we've got to see, all of the things on this side too, and most importantly on the side of the Carrot, aka Rocket, and the kind of bit of the back town over there. So this tour is going to be quite long, and I'm sorry, like if my voice is getting up now, then I honestly don't know what to say. I'm speechless, bro. I was kind of scared to do this tour because I tend to yap on for a bit when it comes to my passion, so we'll see how this goes. But we can see the tree in a bit more detail. We'll be going there soon enough, don't worry. All of this stuff as well, the UFO, we can see a bit more clearly. And the water system, which we won't follow yet, but you'll see how that goes, I guess. Actually, thinking about it now, it might be smarter for me to just... yeah, let's go down a bit of a quicker way, shall we? I don't plan on going to this side of the house first, but... For what it's worth, it's quicker than going down the ladder and through the entire tower bit, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna go to this side of the house. I had some like stairs going up through the ceiling there. I don't know. It's kind of subtle, but it does look nice. But this side is like the living side of the house. I guess the practical side. I guess they're both practical, but this is the living side. That's a better way of seeing it. Yeah. Perfect. This is the living room. This used to be used mainly by Fred, the movie buff. He was a bit of a lanky figure, a tall Enderman, and he liked movies, but the TV, well, he got a bit enraged and put a dirt block in the speaker, and so it doesn't seem to work anymore, I don't know. But oh well, there's a nice little couch, you know, just general necessities. We have a kitchen with a nice piston extended table. The fridge, which I believe has nothing in it. Wow, we need to go shopping really quickly, don't we? Some chests, again, that have nothing. Furnace, which again has some coal in it. That's a good start. So yeah, that's pretty much the kitchen. If we go now to the other side of the house, we have the bathroom with a nice little toilet down here. We have a sink. However, don't press both of these because this will happen. Yeah, it completely floods. So, because it creates an infinite water source and they pop off. So honestly, don't be dumb. I'm gonna actually not saving this tour, don't worry. There's also a nice little dispenser with this should have a water bucket in it for the shower, but I guess it doesn't, so that's just not gonna work. And now let's just swim through all this water to get out of here because, well, that's just a bit of a leak. The water bill seems to be going up and up here in this house, especially when I'm living in it. Not best, but not the best, but it'll do. I have some buttons over here which I don't really want, so throw those down. This is the inspiration room. Stampy can sit here and decide what he wants to build something out of. And I'm going to do the same. I think I want to build something out of oak logs. That's a bit of a teaser there, guys. Something coming up made out of oak logs. And I'll give a bit of more of a teaser. Ho, ho, ho. Some people are going to be frantically wondering what I'm on about. Just prepare for probably about like either 2 or 4 or so days after this video is released. You will see what it's all about. It's already getting night. This is not okay, I must say. We have down here the swimming pool room. Nice little jacuzzi, which does work if you flick the lever on and off. On Bedrock, it actually turned it on instantly. I think this must be a bit more laggier than I thought. I'm running a series console, so I shouldn't be that insanely laggy. But yeah, we have The pool itself, which we can take a dive in, I just think it's a bit underwhelming. I'll be honest, it is a bit underwhelming. I see why people do renovations to this place, but I don't think any of them have really got it right. It's not to say that they're good, because they are good in their own way, but I don't know. I feel like this does need a bit of an overhaul, realistically. I don't think I'd be the one to do it in the right way, though, because I'm a very big fan of how Stampy has his things. Cough, cough, Bedrock Edition, when he changed, like, everything on the balcony view. Infuriating, just not very Bert of him whatsoever. But yeah, we have like a little... Oh, there's a painting on there. I don't know why. But yeah, we have a little kind of back area here where we can look out here and let a draft in, which I'm not very keen on doing. So I'm going to close that door and move on to better things, such as the library, which it's quite a docile looking room, honestly. You know, you've got nice little chest contents here and sort of general things and, you know, quite... Oh, there's a lever here. Ba-ba-ba! We have a secret! Which is not a secret because it's been here for bloody 12 years nearly, but oh well. Well, yeah, here's the Room of Wealth, which would be wealthy if it didn't have a seemingly missing gold block. Crazy. Gonna have to get a refund on this. But yeah, under here there's like a diamond block. Under the diamond block there's a chest even. That's what I meant to say. And that is where Stampy keeps all of his very valuable materials. So that's always cool. And if I shut this up, like this, and there's a flint and steel in this chest here, perfect. I will use this to relight the fire. Wahaha. It's not going to burn down because these slabs here, you have to break them. Oh, that's going to break it. I mixed it without saving. But you have to break these slabs with a pickaxe. Yeah, because look, you can hear, if I be quiet for a second, they make a stone sound. You hear, like, if I break them with an axe, this might actually break it instantly. No, it doesn't. Because this doesn't have the same property. These were the original slabs, so they have a stone property, which means that they don't burn. So, fun fact, there's like a little nice reading corner here. I love it. Gotta love it. Right, well, if we go now... Let's go out here to the vehicles. I think this is quite a nice area in general. It's quite nice at night, to be honest. We're decently lit up. We're not going to have too many issues, at least. We'll go to the submarine, but first, you can get a nice view of my bridge, which we'll be getting to... It doesn't lead anywhere yet, but I still want to show it in the tour. Down here, in the underneath of the submarine, this used to get sailed... It was sailed a few times when Stampy had his hands on it, but for me now, it's kind of just not really needed. I don't really use it, but this is like the control room, of course. And then here's where everyone sleeps, which is probably not a bad idea. In fact, I'm not sleeping there when the ceiling's that low. Bugger that, no way. I don't want to die, so I think that would be kind of stupid. Also, for anyone who is wondering, I am recording this tour on the 2nd of December, before the Exile episode has released. So let me know what you guys think of that, or thought of that if you guys are watching this tour. I know you're probably going to have said something in the actual video, but I don't know yet, do I? So it's always good to know. But this is the SS Stumpy. You can see a nice little glimpse over to my scuba shop, which is my own original. Like one of the only ones in this side of the town that has room for it. And then, of course, we have a plank, which was walked by Longbow. And as good as these shops are, I don't think the line should have been extended. I liked SOS Island kind of being its thing in its heyday. We'll climb up the crow's nest, actually. God, my voice is really giving way, isn't it? There we go. That feels a bit nicer for now. Yeah, you can get a nice view over all the world. That's hit the target's tree. Maybe we'll go to that actually soon, if I get the time and remember. We have, of course, you can see over to Raindrops and Tumble Tower and a lot of the stuff that we won't be touring in this episode. But most of all this in this kind of view here, we're going to be touring. Okay, just know that it's going to be quite a busy episode for all of us, but it'll work. Right, and then I'll go up here. This is the kind of driving area of the boat. So, of course, Fluffy, who was the driver, could use the steering trapdoor, and that's the best you can really do. I'll give him that. And still try and sail the boat. In here's the captain's cabin. This map could do with a bit more filling out, but you know what, it's okay. And there's also some nice, lovely cake down here, but I'm not hungry enough to eat it yet. We've got some chests and a nice bed, which I will use to rest my head for the tour, just so that way it's not just night all the time. I don't think that'll be quite nice. Obviously we've got some jukeboxes and some nice utility things. But down here is where it's mainly at. We have, this is like the kind of crew's quarters where they all sleep in these lovely large bunk beds. Well, they're quite small and crappy, if I'm going to be honest. Up here's like a storage area or like some kind of crew utility room. We've got some bookshelves and stuff. And then here is where Stampede wanted to throw snowballs at school children. I'm not Stampede, so I can't decide on what that intention is there. But you know what? It's better than throwing arrows or something, I guess. It's supposed to be kind of kiddie and childish, and that's fair enough. I won't be walking the plank today, however. I'll be walking down the normal way, while falling down. Hello, Squid. Is that Frank? Have you swam all the way around the water system to get over here? Oh, good job, Frank. Oh, don't dry up in the land though. Your tentacles were kind of sticking out there. I don't know. That's just crazy, isn't it? Right, let's go around Let's go around this way, actually. All this will get seen later, don't worry. We're not gonna just gloss over all this yet. But yeah, actually, one thing I will show is this. Where the swimming pool room was, you could probably see there was like a little spout. And it connects out to here. You can kind of see, obviously, how it just flows out. And, of course, it's quite a decently nice kind of thing, I'd say, you know. They could probably do with a bit of upgrading, but not my job. Right, let's just go down to the secret base as a whole. Oh god, there's a creeper there. We're just not going to look back, and we're going to forget that happened. I'm like without saving anyway. I don't know why I didn't see that. I was trying to crack my knuckles, I'm going to be honest. I was just more focusing on that. That's probably quite bad, actually. I'm a very knuckle cracking kind of person. But yeah, the combination lock down here is 134. You know, don't say I told you. It wasn't me. But it does open. And of course, here we have the actual corridor area. This is the secret base. And this so far is the prototype of that machine. And there's a spider down here. Brilliant. There we go. Sorted. Yeah, this is kind of how it looks. So this is still, as I say, it's not exactly in full thing. And it looks like there's some slabs that are being messed up around here, which is kind of making sense. So I'll explain how this works. So this is kind of like the middle where we are now, and then it's like a 5x5 thing, because when you expand the world to be large, it's a 5x5 map kind of area. So essentially the machine kind of expands the world based on what it's already at. So you can shrink it down from here, you can do all sorts of stuff. And I'm aware of a zombie, which I'm not wanting to mess with right now because I just want to get this tour out of the way. But yeah, this is kind of how that machine works. And then over here we have the cloning contraption. There's a slab missing there, that's going to annoy me. Of course, you can stand in there and get cloned, which is not something I want to do. We have the U-Bot there teleporter. If I close this and press a button, I will whiz off to the fun land, and I don't want to be there right now. So, honestly, that's fair. We have the cakey, bakey, tasty cake baking cooking machine where you throw in sugar, your TNT for the explosive core, and then you'd probably press some of these buttons here, add some magic, and oh, I've added myself some magic. And you know what? Because this machine is completely bust, I am going to... Oh, come on! There's only 7 cakes in there. Well, that'll keep me well stocked up, won't it? Right, let's head out this way, shall we? I think this will probably be like the best way. Let's have a look at the damage. I think I had mob griefing off in the... Oh no! Okay. This doesn't matter. It's gonna get obviously expedite saving. So don't worry. It's all good. It's all fine. Alright, let's go over to this side of the house then, shall we? We of course have a grave down here, the grave of Stampy Goodnose, who very sadly got pushed off all the way up there at the tower by the evil hit the target, who back then he was still doing evil things. You know, that guy can clearly not change whatsoever. But yeah, so in here we have the cobblestone, no, the dirt, well, I guess the cobblestone and the dirt room, if you want to kind of look at it like that. There's a glitched shed, oh. Right. Okay. Yeah, there's a glitched double chest there, and all of these are mainly filled up with lots and lots of dirt from when it was flattening out stuff in the Funland. I should have probably mentioned the obvious, but this is like the kind of underneath section of the storeroom, of course, where all of this stuff kind of links up. We have the cobblestone room, which is literally basically the exact same. A lot of cobblestone, a lot of utility to come from. There's not a glitched chest down here, which is always nice. So, I'll take that as a win. And then down here, I'll go to this first just because it makes a bit of sense to me at least. We'll go to the nether portal room, which we can see has a combination, not combination, like a little kind of lever door here. I was thinking like iron door because of the combination of, but no, it's just a simple open closed door, which is not very simple to recreate, by the way. These doors are so faffy. You have to get them right, otherwise it's going to be a bit annoying. But yeah, down here is like the actual nether room itself. Of course, there's some lava, the portal and stuff. It's supposed to be a bit grand looking. I mean, it worked for 2012, but I mean, I think we can all admit this could be a lot better. Maybe this could be something I consider doing. Who knows? Who knows? I don't see anybody else trying to renovate this place. I know a project did this a few years back, but I think that it could just be worth it. And of course, we have Chicken's grave. Chicken was a dog that Stampy had that actually drowned in this water system. The rumour has it that his body sank down all the way down to here, and that's why he made a grave for it. And you can hear a chicken clucking, which I think I just did. We're going to leave that place behind. It's a bit scary. I'm going to drop that spider over there as well, because there's no place for that. Down here is the mine. I do not want to go down here, but all I can tell you is it goes down quite deep. There's a lot of things that happen down there, like mining operations and stuff, and it's a bit dangerous down there, so I don't think it's worth going down there, to be honest. Right, well, let's go... Let's do the bottom rooms first. I think this will make a bit more sense, actually. Yeah. This is like the kind of bottom section of the house, so this is kind of where everything connects to. I'd like to kind of call it that. You know, you've got a lot of utility kind of things around here. There's like some stairs to get up on that side, some stairs on that side, and just general things. So we'll go this way first. We will go to the slime farm. Now, when you jump down here, it's important that you always keep on the right-hand side. Stampy's dog, I think he did, but there's some lava hidden behind this wall somewhere, and it's quite easy for things not to go up. But there's some slimes down here. I'm not going to worry. It's working, at least we know that. But this whole massive room down here is literally just that, a big, like, it's where some slime chunks were, of course, and Stampy decided to kind of dig it out. He had no idea. He could have dug this anywhere and it might not even work, which is kind of like the funny thing about it, if you think about it. I'll beat him up just because it is fun to beat up slime, I must say. Yeah, there's like a lava pool or obsidian thing here. This was a lava pool, but now it's obsidian. Just general things like that. It's kind of like, this place has a history, and you know, quite a good one if we don't forget about what happened to Porky the dog down here, who did die, as I say, I'm guessing in lava, but oh well. A lot of pork chops. I'm gonna take some of these. That's really disrespectful, people would say, I know, but honestly. Yeah, I mean, I can restart. I made some without saving anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Let's head back up, and I'll go to like the other rooms, like onto the entrance, and actually no, we'll go to the doghouse first because it'll no. This will work actually better. Yeah, okay. I was just thinking about the route I want to go, and I think I've got it. Okay, so provided that I haven't missed many rooms of the house, we are nearly done thinking about it now, actually. So let's go up here first. This is the doghouse. This is where all the dogs are kept. And recently they've been in quite a nice little line, so I should have enough pork chops for all of you. So here you go, eat up and enjoy. Nicely done. And yeah, this reminds me, Flippy actually died. But Flippy's back. If you didn't see, basically I'll explain. So I went to another world, and there you go, Barnaby. Enjoy your pork chop. I went to another world. Let's just say that much. And whilst I was there, I ended up in the in-between, which is like a horrible burning place. And I spoke to Rusty, which is basically the enemy of Lost Legacy. And he seemed to regret some of the things that he did and had a change of heart. So he decided to help restore the things that happened to City's timeline and things that happened to my timeline. So I'm not going to complain, but there could be more drama with him in the future if things aren't checked up on and make sure that he's fine. So I don't know. I'm going to eat some bread in the pool. Nom, 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 nom. But yeah, here's the doghouse. We've got some nice like vending machines here with some pork chops. I think some water's probably flooded back there. Oh well. Yeah, but it should just drop out some. Okay, well, it wants to drop out bone. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so that's kind of how that's supposed to work, but the pork chop one seems to be having issues. We'll head out here. This is kind of like, I like this area. This is probably one of my favorite areas of the house. Just this view here. I don't know why, but it just feels so real. You can see the flat back there. That's really cool, actually. Yeah, me likey. This is the entrance way of the house. Of course, we can see some things that we haven't gone to yet, but we will go to it all. First, I want to go down here to these rooms, though, because these are kind of like on the base floor of the house. We have in here a nice little wheat room. Of course, you can get a few things in here, such as carrots and mainly wheat, though, but there were some carrots planted in here. We've got some, obviously, some things to help with all the planting and some hoes as well. Don't take that the wrong way. You know, it's not. I'm not saying what you think I'm saying. If you do interpret it that way, but yeah, down here's the water room. There should be some water buckets and stuff in this chest. Yeah, there is. Nice. And there's like infinite water sources, so you can just kind of come here and grab as many as you need. That area in here leads to what was Squid's room, but got blown up in the Revenge episode. But you can probably see that there's a secret door here, which you're probably wondering, well, there's nothing else around. Let's go through and see where it leads. Well, it leads to a certainly not so hidden anymore bit of sugar cane, and you can see where it kind of leads. And okay, hello there. You are looking kind of spiffy. Right, let's head back down though, because it's a bit dark, and B, that we're not done down here yet. Lucky I'm not taking any dogs, because genuinely it's gonna get a bit dicey down here. Because this is a lava room, and this is the reason why dogs shouldn't get taken. Because a dog called Snowy ended up, well, as funny as it is that they were called Snowy, they ended up burning in lava. I don't know if Snowy was a girl or a boy, I'm gonna lie. So yeah, that's the kind of sad tale of how that happened. But all this is just lava. There's of course like a weird bulge in there. And I remember at some point there was like a bit of a dirty patch up in the ceiling, which that was not fun. But I think that was when Stampy fixed it from after his 600 tour. But yeah, this is the lava room. Quite a general. I think the look of this room is not too bad, I must say. Like, for it being a horrible orange room, it's not actually the worst I can think of. Righto. Well, this is the entrance of the house. This lever here leads to a fire alarm. If I press this, we will see at some point later that there'll be a lever, a redstone lamp that will be turned on in the fire station that will indicate that there has been a fire. But there hasn't, but, you know, there's nobody else here, as you can see. So it's just me right now. So, honestly, don't expect anyone to rock up. But here's the main entrance. We have, like, up there's, like, a lava dome, which, fair enough. I like the ceiling pattern, though. It's quite nice for... Well, he built this in, like, episode 6, like, before that episode, so... That's quite intricate for back then. This is like I call this a bridge room. Kind of looks down over all this sort of stuff, and it's quite genuinely nice. This is like the middle level of the storeroom. We have a bunch of stuff in all these chests. You know, we've got like some string. I'm guessing that's like mob loot and stuff. I do know most of these chests, but like I don't look in a lot of like I don't really need mob loot most of the time, so I don't think to really look in there. But I do like the storeroom for what it is. It did used to be really old. There used to be like chests in the floor and stuff, but he's since like renovated it. Well, since like episode bloody 40. But yeah, he's renovated it and made something quite nice out of it, I'd say. Up here, we have the brewing room. We have, of course, some brewing stands here, and all in these chests should be different materials. I guess some of them have been used up in potions in the past, which is fair enough. Some cauldrons here to make this, obviously, a bit easier to get the bottles and things. Although you can probably just use this water stream. It is also an infinite water source. And that kind of brings me on to my next point. The water starts way up there in that kind of big fountain on top of the music tower. It travels along this little trough thing. Goes down here where it splits off. When it splits off, it goes into the main room and drops down that middle glass bit. Or, when it doesn't split off, it goes all the way down to the nether room. So, quite a nice little connection system, I must say. We'll go into the enchanting room first. I think that'll make a bit of sense for me. So, here it is. Some general things in the chest, like lapis and books to enchant with. This is the enchanting table itself. You know, you can get like a level 30 enchant or a book or something and get something cool out of it. I don't know, you do you. I'll close that up because we don't want anyone climbing up here. This is Fred's room. He has a long lanky bed because he is 3 blocks long. He has a nice ender chest here, which doesn't have anything in it because it only had Stampy's data in it, of course, when he was in the world. But, well, I'm not Stampy, so go figure. He's got some nice blocks here that he likes, his favourite set. Nice flower over there. There used to be like an ender pearl, but that got removed and taken down when Stampy had item frame issues, I guess, with like the world. And the ceiling's quite funky. It's kind of got disco in here, honestly. I don't know. It is quite a cool room for what it is. Then we have down here, which is the crafting room. This leads in just directly from the storeroom itself. I should probably shut that door just in case anything does come through. The Love Garden does seem to get a few mobs attracting to it sometimes, which is not the best, but it will do. Speaking of, here is the Love Garden. Wow, I know, the timing, crazy. But yeah, this is obviously rows and rows of signs where people get added, and some of them seem to be a bit glitchy. Not sure what that's about, but honestly, as long as their legacy is still preserved, which it is, of course, that's fine. I'm not adding anyone today. The last person, as you can see, that got added was Raze, I think. Actually, wait, yeah. This would have been because of when we expanded the world and stuff. But I think there was somebody else added after Raze for another comment. I'll sort all that out, don't worry. But for these episodes, there won't be anyone added just because I want to focus on touring around and stuff. Which is fair enough, I think. Then we go through here. We have the Advent calendar room. These doors, they got like reblocked up ever since what happened with Rusty. But I'll be going back here in 702 when all this touring business is dealt with. And then I think, for the most part, that is like everything in the house, mainly. I'm not really too sure what else there really is. Actually, no, I know a few things that we could go to. The clubhouse. It's always like one of the things that gets like neglected. Actually, two things. I'm going to go in here to Zachary the zombie's house. Zachary is a little friend I made during... Oh, there's a spider there. Okay, well, never mind. During around like the Halloween time. He's not home at the moment. Maybe he's out wandering around the world. He doesn't like to be confined sometimes, but I'm going to sleep in his bed because, honestly, we need a bit of daylight with all these googlies roaming around out here. It's not the nicest. There we go. He usually sits and watches TV. He's a bit of a couch potato or a couch pumpkin because the thing that's special about him is he's got a pumpkin on his head. We got him during the Halloween period of last year, 2023, and yeah, he's kind of been living here. He's got a dining room table. I'm sorry about my throat, guys. The slabs are glitched, which is not nice. But oh well. We've got a nice little oven here for him, and that's not right, is it? That's not supposed to be facing that way, I can say that much. Sink, you know, general things that he needs, like a nice little clock there for, you know, just sort of thing. Yeah, that's Zachary's house. We will go... Hello, spider. You're trying to jump scare me, weren't you? We'll go up now to this kind of area. We have an F1 car, which was given by Ank for a Christmas episode about 12 years ago, for 2012. That's kind of crazy to think about. 12 years. Wow. Stampy's world is going to turn 13 soon and become a teenager. Crazy. Here we have a bumblebee, which is, we're not going to look down there. Okay? We're not going to look down. Actually. Let's see this. Oh, there's blood down here. Oh there. Right. Right. Okay. 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 Right. Okay. Interesting. This world never ceases to amaze, does it? Honestly, whatever that was is a mystery to me. Oh well. Let's go to the clubhouse first, like that kind of area. I think that'll probably make a bit more sense. Here it is. We have, of course, a lot of bar stools here. Longbow's little DJ booth, which Longbow doesn't really use because the guy barely ever... it was in the series towards the end. There's like a nice little staircase that would take you up here if you climbed up. There's a nice window to the boat and stuff. I do like that view, not gonna lie. We have over here, we have a nice little beer cellar, which goes like over the bathroom. But there's like a fridge here, no food in it, but there are like snacks and different things in these chests, which is quite cool. So honestly, quite nice if you do ask me. Nice little ceiling as well. There was a strut that held up the ceiling, but it seems to be down and the ceiling's still up. Wonder what other nefarious purposes that could have. Right, let's go out. Oh, before we do, we should probably acknowledge Guilty Bark, the dog that sadly had, to put it in the nicest terms, the dog was the first word that you would use for the anecdotal, the sarcastic word for a cat. You know when you call a cat a pussy cat? Remove the cat from that and you have what Guilty Bark was. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know, fair enough. Right, so out here we have the UFO, which we will climb up the tractor beam of. And what the heck? Why is like everything so glitchy? Okay, that's fun. As I said before, the Lunar Friends, and nobody for that matter, should be here, so this should be a pretty simple stop and drop visit. But yeah, here it is. We've got the minecart chests here for storing stuff, which people never seem to really utilize. I have to go get rid of all these now. Lag machines. Just some control panels here for when they want to get out of here, and I think they're out maybe at some points because they're getting cake and trying to fuel up. I seem to have quite a bunch of that if they need a hand with it, so honestly, you know what, that's fine. And they also gave me a lunar cheese apple, which I have stored away. Hello, cow. Don't scare me like that. Right, well, we are kind of done. Oh yeah, that's the chimney that leads out from the fireplace. We're done with the house, so let's go. I'm sorry about me clearing my throat with it, I really am. Let's go now up here to Harriet's house and get a glance of the view over here. It's quite beautiful, honestly. So yeah, we have Harriet's house, which I don't know how, but it's covered in snow. What has Harriet been doing in here? Oh dear. Maybe not Harriet, but what has somebody been doing with Harriet in here? Well, that's caused all that snow. I think I'm taking this video too far. Oh well, we've got some cake down here, which if anyone wants to eat it. Another glitch double chest, as we like to see. And down here is where the main things happen. Ignore the broken slabs. Just do. These chests are where all these hats would get stored. They must be sold out. But speaking of sold out, I don't know where Harriet is. Maybe Harriet should have put down a foreclosure sign on the shop. Who knows anymore? But that is Harriet's hat shop and house over there. Right, let's go down to William's first cave, because that's also something that could do with a bit of addressing. So here it is. This is not just where William spent his first night, but this is where, well, his first nights as well. But this is also where Stampy did. And there's a redstone torch there. Oh, is that spare from when all that madness happened? Or will be happening today as I'm recording this? Ah, crazy. You guys don't even know. He seems to, well, he's since like packed everything up. He actually has nothing in here nowadays because, well, he's going to get a retirement home because he did say a bit ago that he was retiring. And I haven't really seen much of him around since, so hopefully we get an answer on that. But yeah, this is like a nice lovely waterfall here. This was like when Stampy wanted something beautiful to see in his balcony. And I must say, this is probably the biggest like standout build that he's kind of had so far. So that's always quite nice. And if we, should we go? Let's do it. Yeah, okay, this will be smarter. Let's just do it this way first. Let's tour this side and then we'll do everything else. So, here is Lovely Incorporated. A massive skyscraper filled with built like things. Oh, there's a glitch door. Oh no, that's not good. Filled with a bunch of different apartments and things for all the doggies. This ice seems to have melted, which I'll have to fix that for Gregory Jr., who is the receptionist down here. And of course, there's like some waiting rooms where you can wait to go up and see all of the dogs. I will go through most of these. This is Sherbet's room. We'll try and do this rapid fire, not spending too long. This is Sherbet's room, who is responsible for all of the farming and gathering of the materials and groceries of the world. Here we have, I want to say, I don't even know, Benji's? Yeah, Benji's floor, who is responsible for analytics and advertisements. Up on the next floor we have Luna's floor, who is responsible for love gardening, as well as placing down all the signs and sorting out all the flower pots and arranging everything. As you can see, there's a glitch double chest there, which would be responsible for doing all of that. Up next is Corey's room. He's responsible for editing, as you can see by his big speakers and nice lovely computer arrangement here. He also has a few filing cases for DVDs and music that you can see here in the videos, and of course just some general nice commodities just to help him out. Up next we have Yellow, which is Fluffy's room. Fluffy is the dog groomer and helping out cleaning up all the dog's fur. We have a nice green screen for photo shoots. We have a nice little kind of area where they can catwalk and get shade and stuff. We have also here just a cauldron, so they can obviously have a bit of water to sort of help with the process, with a glitched wall block there just for added bonuses. Up here we have Flippy's room. Flippy is the crafting table gatherer, hence why you can see all these different crafting tables here. There's nothing too special about this room, but you can see that this is just for crafting tables, and that's all there is to it. Next up here we have Ben... No, that's the floor above. We have Duncan and Mittens' room. Duncan and Mittens' room is responsible for... I don't actually know. It looks like there's a bunch of flags up here. I guess this is just flags and kind of to do with different helpers. That's all I really can tell you. But they do have a double computer because they're really rich, and even I don't have two monitors that are as good at that. So you know what? I'll take that. Up here we have, I think this is Benton's floor. There seems to be a bit of water here. There was a bit of a vending machine there that seems to have sprung a leak. But I think Benton is responsible for just like general... food, or no, not food, that doesn't sound right. I don't know, but you know what, I can just tell by the signs actually, can't I? Okay, I guess that doesn't make a bit of sense. Recruitment, but how is all this stuff going to recruit? Don't worry about that. Here we have Barnaby's floor. Barnaby is the head of all the dogs, therefore you can see here there's a sign that shouldn't be there, but oh well. Here, that's why you can see that he has a bunch of things. He's like the meeting kind of area. He's the pack of the dogs, so it kind of makes sense that he has, of course, all this sort of thing. The next floor belongs to Fizzy Elephant. Fizzy Elephant is the kind of party animal of the helpers, of course, so that's why you can see a bunch of funny carpets on the floor, as well as what looks like a pin the tail on the donkey sort of thing. That's fun. I guess he's like the minigame kind of guy. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Okay. Work parties, you know, as you do. Here is William Beaver. Now, as we know that William Beaver is sort of the geography person about the world, so this is kind of like a mini representation or edition that is very outdated about some pieces of the world so far. If we go up to the next floor, we can see that this is Polly Reindeer's thing. Polly Reindeer is responsible for all the redstoning. That's why you can see a bunch of redstone on the floor and a bunch of different contraptions that make sense for Polly Reindeer. Now, the next floor is Stampy's floor. Stampy is, of course, the head and director of Lovely & Co. Don't look at the slabs because they're a bit glitched. This is also where the not revenge. What am I on about? No, that's it, man. Saving the World. That's where that took place. Yeah, go watch 526, I think it is. Very nice office, I must say. You know, I'm a bit jealous. I think I should have something like this. Maybe better. Oh, let's drop down, and hopefully we can make the drop pretty decently. Oh, there's a bit of ice there, I think. There's something there. Let's mine that away. Perfectly done. I thought I was going to die, not gonna lie, but oh well. Here we are down back at the bottom of Lovely Incorporated. Now, next up, we will have a look at the Fortune Fountain, which is Stampy's Casino. This kind of works on the premise that above here, you can't see it inside, but like there's a bunch of like water on like this kind of weird staircase formation, and it drops down into this kind of like observer thing, as you can see, and it lights up all these lights. And I don't think it will do it now because that would just be convenient, but oh well. Of course, we have like a kind of, I don't know what this is. I'm not a casino person, you know. I may be at age to do so even in America, but I have no idea what this does or how it works. But it's kind of just funky to see the minecart just going woo woo woo. So I'll take it. We have a nice slot machine here. This is probably not going to work. That just does that actually. Not bad. Well, it's broken. We have some nice kind of game machines here. You know, you can play games and win big, I guess. Quite decent, I guess. And that's mainly the casino done. Over here, we have a lovely little apple shop, which Polly set up with, I don't even know if it was Polly and William, I think so. But I did change a little bit of it because I thought it looked a bit too hit the target colour-like. But Polly seemed to disagree, but I think now it looks pretty good. And obviously in here, there's a chest which would sell all the apples that they would give to the helpers. And that's what that kind of pixel art was supposed to be at the top. It's supposed to be an apple, but it probably doesn't look like an apple. So just bear with, okay? But yeah, here is the socks and stuff shop. By stuff, I mean general things that are tied to socks that you could probably imagine wearing. So different, like, it's not really shoes, but like more just armor. I remember coming in here and seeing this place is a bit glitchy. At one point recently, yes. Yes, it is a bit glitchy. I still have to fix all this. But this is supposed to be all of the different things. So we have lost leg set, you know, all of this sort of things. I think there was one that we did at one point change, but it was nicknamed Lanky Legs. I think we did have to change that because I don't know, that's a bit, I thought insulting, isn't it? Imagine being called, you guys, your legs are lanky. You'd be a bit, you know, just a bit insulting that. And then of course over here we have kind of changing rooms. So you can sit in here and change into whatever sock set you want, or matching kind of thing that goes with those socks. I love the kind of decor of this room. It feels very, I don't know what the word is, but it's not really modern. It kind of just has that supermarket vibe, like that small kind of shop, but very kind of colour based, very nice. If we now head behind this shop, we will find, right now at least, a whole bunch of land that is yet to be built on in some of these areas. We do have a nice little path and skeleton. Not today, buddy. There you go. Take that to the face, buddy. I'm going to throw this arrow away because I don't really need them, as well as the bones, because as I say again... Oh! There's a creeper! There's a creeper! There you go. Deal with that. Okay, right, well, this here is the Color Chaos shop, or is it Colorful Chaos? There's no sign. Oh, no, there is. Yeah, Color Chaos. Alright, I want to quickly show you guys the terrain down here, because I think the terrain is quite nice. It's not really too much, obviously, I know, but it's something. There's a spider there, which is going to try and follow us, but I'm not going to entangle with it. So, honestly, that's fine. But in here, we have the actual shop itself. I'm going to at some point change these chests to the shulker boxes corresponding to the glass color, because this is kind of supposed to be like selling these chests to shulker boxes with the glass color, because this is kind of supposed to sell the different kind of colorful materials like dyes, glass, concrete powder, concrete wool, terracotta, glazed terracotta, that sort of thing that you kind of need. However, the special thing about this shop, if you ignore the creeper, which is probably going to get crushed or minced up into minced meat at this rate, is the fact that over here there is a machine that causes great lag to the people on older devices. As you can see, there seems to be a bit of a mob crane down there. As you can see, it's supposed to be like a wave machine. It kind of works on console, kind of doesn't, but it's a bit of a mess. But the one rule is never leave this on when you're out of the chunks, because what will happen is it will balk, it will glitch out, and it will not be happy. It'll turn all the concrete powder down here into white concrete powder, most of it at least, apart from the ones on the borders, because why not, I guess. It's weird, I don't know how it works. But I love this shop because you can see all the way up to the top of those leading from here. Very nice views indeed. But that is all there is for this part of the town. Actually, I might as well show you. It's going to be a bit broken because the way I kind of had to... I don't want to get into the fourth wall breaks of this, but... Oh no, I guess I fixed it. We did do a few things off camera down here, but I guess I sorted it back out. But this is how the redstone works. Of course we have... Oh, okay. That's interesting. I guess the drop should fall down there. So there's a row of... Let me show you how this works. I think it's worth it if you guys don't watch the video. I haven't got the time to. But basically, all the way over here, this observer block here gets pushed inwards into this. These observer blocks all face to the left. As I go down here, you'll see they all kind of point at there. So make sure that like these heads of the observers are facing like this. Then above this, look down and then place a bunch like above. Then place sticky pistons and then whatever color of gravity block you want it to be. So in my case, I did concrete powder, and then that's kind of how this works. So, quite decent looking shop, I think. Maybe. Oh well. Right, let's go over to like the theatre. I don't really care about that. Shoot me. He cannot really do much. So, oh, what's he gonna do? Shoot me a couple times? Oh well. You can try, but you cannot defeat me. But yeah, in here is the theatre. I should probably show this out the front, but that skeleton's gonna probably be stalking me. Well, he's not really there. But the idea of this is there's supposed to be, yeah, there is flashing lights out there, which does seem to work quite well. So, unless that's nice, I'm gonna eat a pork chop. Why not? Bit of my breakfast food, which I stole from my grave. That's just not nice, is it? But yeah, here's the lobby. This did get upgraded in the future in Bedrock, but I don't know, I kind of like this lobby. Like, people say it's ugly, but I don't see it. I kind of like it. It's quite quaint, honestly. I think the floor colour does complement the wall colour quite nice. Then this is where the ticket kind of booth is. So you'd stand out here and say, "Hello, do you want a ticket?" You want to get in? No? Okay. Of course we have nothing in these chests as per usual, brilliant. And then up here is where things happen. We have a spinning minecart with a jack-o'-lantern man. He's keeping guard to make sure it doesn't break. Not that he can fix it or alert me when it is broken, but he's keeping guard. He's doing a very good job at doing so. If I run through here just to make sure I don't break the circuit, nice. That's kind of how that works. Just a minecart going round and round, activating all that. Then through here is the kind of main part, like where you decide where you want to go, like level wise. We have some toilets in here. You know, I don't know which one's which, so oh well. Let's say this is the ladies. That's probably quite bad. That's the dance then. Okay. Well, never mind. Okay. Let's go up here to the kind of like upper bit. This is sort of another one of those cool regions. I like this section. I don't know why. It's just the shape of it and just the kind of way it looks. And this is the theatre auditorium itself. This is where, of course, you choose your seat. If you're down here, you'd probably come from these corridors here, which, again, they lead into that kind of area that we were at before, so you can kind of get a glimpse. We will, actually, seeing as we're here, go to the royal boxes to kind of show you how you'd navigate to those. So you go around here and into these doors, which doors seem to be open everywhere I look at this stage. But this is where you'd sit in the royal boxes. It's not the worst view, but again, it's not like the best. And I'll just drop down there just because I don't really care about breaking my lanky legs every once in a while, do I? But yeah, this is the stage where you stand and look at everyone and sing or dance or put on a show. The stage is kind of small. I'm gonna be honest. I've seen bigger theatres, both IRL and in Minecraft, and I feel like it could do with something. Both of these sections here are like mostly the same. Like you've got like stage left and stage right. If I go down here to show you, you can see that this kind of connects up down to the music pit. Well, of course, we have some note blocks. Nice. We have, of course, over here a chest with a bunch of music discs. And then if I go around this way to the other side, I can show you that this, yeah, exactly connects up to this side. And then this trapdoor here connects up to, there was a trapdoor here actually, but it's not there anymore. But it goes down into this section, so it all connects up quite nicely. I like that about the theatre. Everything feels very organised and very well designed. This is the little corridor that leads into the dressing room. I don't know, it's quite a nice standard room. We've got a little back exit here which we will be taking. Nice couch. It's supposed to look very posh. That's kind of the theme of it. And then in here is the ugly, boring prop room, which is nothing special to it whatsoever. Oh well, it's here. It is what it is. And speaking of this back door, we will be taking this back door, and it's daytime! Let's look at that, shall we? The fact that it's daytime is quite nice. We have the Home Dome shop. This shop is kind of like a kitchen and bathroom like shop where it kind of shows you different designs that you can have. So here we have a nice lovely kitchen. I think this is probably one of my favorites actually. As you walk in, it's cool. It's quite lovely. Nice little kind of, I thought I had like more footsteps and I thought it was like a creeper, or it was just me. We have a lovely bathroom through here. The flower pots probably should have something in them, but again, conversion and glitches and stuff. Nice little bath here, some toilet stuff, and yeah, a nice little very modern kitchen, I'd say, very red themed, and I'd not mind having something like this in my own home, so go figure. A nice little secondary bathroom. This is all like kitchen bathroom alternation. Those slabs should be fixed, but oh well. Then here is, I don't know, this feels like a very kind of like older style kitchen almost, like very medieval 1800s-y maybe. But it is disguising the staff only room, which as we can see, there should be a painting there describing what that's supposed to be, but Mondays, I've never really gotten that joke. I think it's like something that's ugly or bad, and it's just kind of like representing what Mondays are. Funnily enough, I'm recording this video on a Monday, so I don't know when it'll be out day-wise. Maybe, I think it's coming out on like the 10th. Maybe. I'll have to look that up. Look that up? I don't even know. Weird carpet down there, I don't know if that's right. But I think this is another modern kitchen. Again, another one I wouldn't even mind having IRL. This actually looks pretty cool. Nice little bathroom here. I guess it's just supposed to be like a toilet room, and there's like cupboards and stuff. And then it kind of loops back around to here. So the kind of theme of this is, imagine like a big hashtag. Like you have like this wall here. Like you can kind of see it if I put it like that, right? Like if you picture a hashtag in your head, like the shape of it, that's kind of what we're dealing with. I think that's kind of cool to put it conceptualized like that. This is probably one of my favorite shops I've done so far, being back on this timeline. this is the weather shop, and I'll show that in a minute. Calm down, Yappa John. Calm down. I can already hear you, bro. I can already hear you, buddy. I should show the outside first. Oh! Oh my days, bro. What is this turning into? I wasn't even looking. This is kind of like... Oh, probably I don't know really yet. This is supposed to be representing like a sunny day. You can imagine like the sun's up there, shining down. Can't really tell that much, but that's what it is. This is like a rainy day, so a bit more cloud-based coverage. And then this is like a thunder day. You know, there's a big lightning bolt coming down, and yeah, that's kind of that. This is kind of not a bad explosion, actually. I've seen a lot worse, I'll say that much. Checking my back for googlies. In here, I haven't fixed the paintings yet, but this is kind of like supposed to just represent like computers and stuff. This is where they study for the weather phenomena. Up here, we have... I had to fix all these slabs, I remember that part though. Up here, it's like a green screen. You could be like, "Good day, my name is Trevor Simmons," or something like that, and I am going to be saying that the weather is very grey today. Oh yes. Another computer that should be, but it's not. And then up here is the kind of globe. This is where we say, right, well, we have a weather front coming in from the west, so we should be very prepared for all that, yes. However, that's all a lie, because you can't predict weather in Minecraft, you silly Billy. You can't predict it. However, there is a menu called host options where you can just do that, but I'm not going to do that. You know, as I say, I can break the fourth wall today. It's one of those days. However, if I go down here, this is where they don't predict the weather, but they make the weather. So, there's like different kind of dispensers that do different things. Of course, this is like the sunny one, so it's already sunny. I'm not going to mess with this now. AKA... Nah, I'm good. Yeah. That's kind of how this works. A bit of a... I like this basement. It kind of gives me like very cryptic lab vibes, I guess. I'm quite a big fan of it, personally. Right. Well, now, if we head out, I will show you something else. What else should I show you? Don't think I forgot, you silly boy. Let's climb up to the top and give you what you asked for. Right, so people want to do weather tower look, and I'll kind of give you the best explanation that I possibly can, considering what it is. Now, the kind of base of it, the roof is uneven, so the way I've kind of done it is, on the back section it's a bit shorter than it is on the front, I want to say. So yeah, you can kind of see, I guess not as much as I thought. Yeah, I think it is. It's two on this side. Yeah. So the way it works is if I pile up here, you can see the iron bars. There's about, I think it's like 4 or 5 up on each one. If you want like more reference, always feel free to message me and I'll see what I can do for you. But this is kind of how it looks like, just going the whole way up. Of course, this is like the actual satellite up here. The satellite is pretty easy, but if you watch the video for that, I do the entire bottom bit. But of course, this is like, you've got like this kind of, I think this will be the best way to show it, yeah. Sort of like that. If you can tell by the base dimensions, it's like 5 going into one diagonal and then 5 again. That's kind of the best I can really give you for this video without going too overboard. But you can see a view of the entire world up here. Not the entire world, but like the vast majority of it. Which is quite nice, honestly. I think it's quite decent. I don't know how long this video is, but it's probably very, very long by now, I'm gonna assume. I'm gonna say that's I'm not even too fast about that, to be honest. Alright. Let's go now to, I think we'll go to Polly's house. I think that'll probably make sense. Yeah, it's right here. Then we'll kind of go over this area. I haven't done the farm yet, so I just want to kind of get a bunch of that stuff out of the way as well. So we will do all that. But this is Polly's house, kind of the general nice looking kind of place. This was originally from the North Pole, but since then it has kind of moved and been a bit transformed and made a bit bigger. But to kind of give you a bit of a tour, this is the reading room or sitting room or library area, or whatever you want to call it. Through here is like the kind of dining room with a nice little chandelier up there. Through here is Polly's bedroom, where we have, of course, little kind of wardrobe in there. There used to be like pumpkins in there, which Polly put to like scare me. But I've since reset this place and sorted it all out and made it back to normal. But down here we still have the basement where all the redstone contraptions are and the things that Polly does when she's not helping out with us, you know, just kind of doing all that sort of fun stuff. Right, now over here we have Harrison's Hill and kind of house area. So if we climb up here, we can see another nice like view of more things yet to come. Because over here is like the airport and all this. We'll get to this, don't you worry. This will all be worth it. And the nice lovely tree, which will probably be one of the next things I show actually, based on where we're at. Yeah. So yeah, through here is Harrison's house. We have a nice little lever which opens up the floor, but we'll all press it now, I guess, so I don't have to come back. But yeah, this is like bedroom area, kitchen area, and dining room area, all in one. Very compact, very nice. However, down here, this is where he really lives, and this is where he enjoys himself, down on a nice little dining room table with proper living spaces and the things he doesn't really have upstairs. You know, I honestly don't see the point of this. Like, why have I don't know. I hate Harrison. He's a bit strange. He's a bit eyebrow eccentric, isn't he? I'll close it up just to give him the privacy he deserves. Alrighty. Let's hop back down now, and we will go to the tree, which is Sooty's tree from when we had our trees kind of linked together. I noticed it links to anywhere I want. So, as a little announcement and teaser, if you guys want me to tour your continuation, then let me know, because this links to it. I'm not going to show that now because I really don't want to. But for what it's worth, I thought I'd mention that. I can tour continuations. I can go around them, see what's new, and I'd love to go to Charles's one day and see all the progress that he's made since our little collab back in the day. But this is the base of the tree. I will go up. I just love looking at it from down here. It's quite beautiful. Let's do it then. Let's go. Let's not stall any longer. This video is already about like an hour long, I want to say, and we're not even at the good bits yet, so this is insane. So yeah, he built this completely all by himself, to his credit, and it's quite lovely. A lot of nice little balcony areas to enjoy yourself and luxuryize it all in it. You can climb up here to the bedroom. Quite nice again. I don't know if it's finished, but I wanted to tour it here, and he said I could tour it in 700, so honestly, that's what I'm going to do. And then up here, if we can climb up here without falling off, this leads to a little kind of area where he can... It's like a crow's nest or something thing. He's not a crow, but he does seem to be influencing himself based on Chester the Crow, who he has in his timeline. So if you want to see more Chester the Crow moments and funny things, then go ahead, because that's where you can see it all. Like that. So yeah, this is his flag, where you can see he's kind of set his territory, hasn't he? You know, he likes to do that a lot. Why can't I get in the ladder? There we go. Well, that's a bit strange. I'm just gonna jump off. Whee! Oh, damn, that didn't even do any damage, barely. Right, let's see. So, that's the tree. Let's go to the mushroom farm. The thing that I upgraded quite a while ago now, about a year ago. Of course, it's got a bunch of like dispensers here that will be responsible for like flushing out all of the things. There's no water in there. I have no idea why, but I'll have to stock all that up at some point and get it all sorted out. We'll go to the farm and just kind of loop around the back town like that. I think that'll be the best way to do it. This is the tree farm. If I throw a single piece of bread in there, which I'm going to eat now, that will find its way down to the middle and it'll land in a hopper system. Before I show that, I guess I'll show like, this is kind of, the trees will grow to a certain point where they get blocked off from growing any higher. And then at that point, you know, you can just cut them down easy. And yeah, if I go down here now, it should have made its way into this. Okay, I guess it hasn't, unless I'm just tripping. Oh no, I might have got blocked somewhere. I have no idea, but either way, that's what it's supposed to do, and that's like the bottom kind of part of it. Yeah, okay, let's just go to the farm. I think that makes sense. Here's like the actual farm. Of course, we've got nether wart. There should be sugarcane, which I think has broken off or something. I don't know where it's gone, but I'll sort it out. Oh, we've got plenty spare, I'm sure. Some nice little kind of crop areas here, you can see. Some melons here, and there should be like pumpkins somewhere, I swear. If you're hearing dogs, it's because there's dogs, like the doghouse is actually right below that area. I see you. Can't fool me forever. Right, and then this is the chicken coop area. So they lay eggs, which is like completely full, and more to count as well, because there's building up on top of the hopper. Well, there was like a funny sign in there that said excellent, but that since got removed for probably good reason. And then this is the actual chicken coop itself. You can see they're all in there. I do kind of like the look of it. Like when you're looking at it from like down by the doghouse area, it is quite a nice kind of looking area. So honestly, I will take that. I don't want the carrot, so oh well. Right, let's hop down here. If you're wondering why this chair's here as well, this is like right where the fire alarm redstone was that I was showing a bit before. Right, let's loop around this way and go to the farm factory. I think that'll probably make the most sense. Yeah, here it is. Here is the farm factory with okay. Bro's trying to twerk on me from all the way up there. Alright, buddy. Alright. Yeah, so here's the farm factory. You can see that we've got some ladders that go up to like the back areas here, and I think even after all the conversion that we've done with this world and stuff, it is still somehow working, which I'll give a bit of credit to where it's due, because honestly, it's quite based on a lot of intricate systems and things that sometimes can go wrong if things happen. But you know, you can farm netherwart, yeah, carrots, potatoes, wheat, chorus fruit, cocoa beans, cactus, and I've just sent them over. You know, yeah, basically all the stuff that you can see here, and a bit more, because I think there's a few like little kind of micro farms like wheat, like just other things that it doesn't have there. So that's always quite swell, and all this stuff is yet to come. So quite nicely waiting for us to see it. Down here is the boat shop, BOAT. I don't remember what it stands for, buoyant something or other. Of course, you can stand in here and see. It's quite a nice place during the daytime, but right now it's a bit dark and stuff, and yeah, it's not the nicest. But you can see this, like, it's kind of like a boat show place. Like, imagine like a car dealership in real life. That's literally what it is for boats, like the boat equivalent of that. So it's a boat dealership. Then this is where they'd come in to the land. Of course, if I'm quick, I can bounce maybe. Yeah, there we go. And I did have a skateboard back here in the Bedrock timeline, but that has since been obsoletified. So honestly, that's fine. But I did like it. And the skate park as well. They were very nice buildings, if I must say. If I do say so myself, even. Right, let's go up here and up here and show these builds, and then we'll loop back around to like the airport and bingo. And I'll be the back town done. This is the globe shop. I've also recently expanded out this area, which I'm not going to get into because there's mobs over here because it's not lit up. But this is all going to be one massive train station build. You'll see how that turns out soon enough. But this is the globe. It's literally just like one massive globe-looking building. It took a very long time to design and to build in general, to be honest. It's not a small, faint-hearted shop, but it's a biome shop. It's like landscaping and all that stuff that you need. So here we have like a kind of like a general oak forest shop. We have like a desert here, and these chests will have all the materials that you need. This is kind of like, I don't even know what this is. Oh, this is a beach, that's right. We have, of course, the tiger biome, maybe mega tiger, like a mini representation of that. A nice counter here for obviously buying all this stuff. Yeah, this is like the frozen tundra biome with a frozen tree. And kind of loops back around, but however, it does go downstairs. And I love this shop for one reason. Because if you stand here and like walk through, it just looks so beautiful, like down there, and you just look at it like that. It's so well done, I think. And the staircase, how it just wraps around perfectly, is honestly beautiful and amazing. But if we head down here, I'll show you these biomes. So here we have a swamp biome. It's supposed to look very kind of janky and overgrown, as swamps kind of do, very wet, landish. Here we have a dark oak forest. We have the extreme hills biome, which seems to, I don't know, it looks like there's more water than I remember. Maybe not, but I built this in the video, and it's probably one of my favourite biomes. It's growing less and less on me, I must say. I used to love that biome, but something about it looks a bit different. This is supposed to be the joking tall birch biome, because it never got added. That's kind of what that's supposed to be. And that's the globe done. Done and finito. Alright, well, now we'll loop to the first house and the silly shop. I think that's probably the best approach going forward. Okay, so let's go this way. So this over here is the first house. This shop, this over here. Don't look at that yet. I said shop, but we'll go to that. This had to happen because of the redstone floor of that shop, but we'll get to that. Don't worry. This is Stampy's first house. Of course, if we head in here, there's a torch that's been broken off. I don't know why, but oh well. You can kind of see there's like a bed here, which we'll use to sleep because it is night. There's like just general basic stuff in here, like utility wise, you know, you've got, well, there's nothing in the chest. I guess conversion's broken them. But yeah, it would be, because I do remember there being stuff in there, which is a bit of a shame. But like bear in mind, this all used to have like just terrain going around it, and I just put like a nice little wall and a fence just because I wanted it to kind of feel like it fit in, and it was kind of built around. I don't like things that just look out of place, and Stampy's first house is definitely one of those things that does not deserve that. But this is the silly shop. This shop is sort of like for things that are quite silly in nature, I guess you could say. So around the back here, we of course, this is how it looks, and yeah, the sides. This was kind of pain to build in the episode because of all these different colours, but my friend who helped me design this is quite a colourful person himself. But this is the silly shop. We can head in here and I'll show you how this works. This is supposed to be like a trick-or-treat machine. So in here, I think conversion may have broken this again, yeah, but there should be like different materials in there for like splash potions and different things like they can help you. Like I think there's like a golden apple in there, just like, you know, are you going to get a bad thing or a good thing? That's kind of what it was. And this observer used to have like a face that was facing you, and now it's just like a little butt that's facing you. That's quite gross. This is the Satisfier. It's got a bunch of armor stands that spin around and are quite satisfying to look at, if I do say so myself. Here is like a lighthouse sort of looking thing. So it kind of like spins around and does like a cool thing when you turn it on. I need to get an Ender Dragon head, but this is called the Yapper. When you turn it on around the back or around the sides, it would have like an Ender Dragon head that starts yapping up and down. But I don't have one yet. I'm gonna go to the End City at some point because apparently we do have one ever since this whole world shift has happened. I've heard rumors from the grapevine, from the great, whatever you call it, there is one. But over here we have a little bounce pad that takes you up onto this like kind of platform. Quite fun. This is like the main attraction of it. This is called the Jack in the Floor because it makes a little do, and then this guy kind of pops out of the floor. So it's like, imagine like you're winding up a Jack in the Box, but that's kind of what it does. And then over here we have like some kind of weird deranged like bunk bed thing that kind of looks illegal. That's kind of why it's called the Silly Shop, just because everything in there is a bit more eccentric and strange, I suppose you could say. I'm going to show the airport and come back to that kind of area, because there's another shop there that's a bit far away. And no, actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to run all the way over there and then run the way back, because it'll make a bit more sense, I think, just so I don't have to. I'm going to have to run all the way back anyway, so yeah. But I changed a bit of the land over here. Basically, it used to be a bit strange and the runway was not extended, so I did my own extension to it and changed the land out here. So we have a lot more things we can build on. A lot more land we can build on, and a lot more things we can build. So this is supposed to be like a retro game shop. So the front of it kind of has like this kind of flashing light kind of thing. I don't know if it's like, sometimes when you relog it doesn't work. No, it's not working. But basically, that's kind of how it's supposed to work. The front sort of flashes, and these lights in here go a bit mad as well. But in here is where all these music discs get sold. So this is like, not music discs, but they are music discs, yeah, but they're supposed to be games, like Stampy's Funland games, like the Ugly Duck Fling 3000, or Chicken Trail 24, or I don't know, you know. Pirate Plunder Deluxe Edition, something like that, I don't know. There's like a little counter here where you can obviously buy it all, and like it's kind of like CEX, where they have like the games on display, but they don't actually work until they give you the discs for them, because people used to rob CEX all the time, and it was quite sad actually. But this is the console, so we have the Brick Box, of course, Bricktendo over here, Temu Tech, and the Jukebox 360. Very humble indeed, and these are like the controllers for them. So, quite decent design, I guess. Now, we will head over to the... Let's just go to the bingo hall. I think that'll make more sense, so we don't have to loop back around, because we're nearly done with the back town now, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, we'll go to bingo first, and show the rest. So, this is the bingo hall. We can see bingo on all four sides. It's quite a pain to recreate this build, I must say. But yeah, there's like a bunch of redstone and things in here, which we'll go to the surface actually. Oh, we're getting a lot of piston action, which is not good. The game should be off by default, but I guess conversions messed up some repeaters and it's kind of redstone overclocked and stuff like that. But basically, I don't remember how this works. It's to do with like these different things you got to match. Like, if I don't know, but it's bingo. There's supposed to be like concrete powder that will like open up over here or something and reveal like what you're supposed to place down. So that's how I know it to work. But then through here we can head to the top and see that this is kind of like there's different towers and stuff, and like the concrete powder will fall down and end up at the bottom, where you can of course choose what it would be that you would kind of get. And that's just all I really know about it. I don't know if there's more to it that I'm missing, but oh well if there is, and that's the game shop from here. I love the kind of view up here. It's really nice. It really is. It's even better when you go up there, but it's only a few blocks. I can't really bother right now. Right, let's go to the airport and wrap this up. No, not wrap this up yet. There's still like a few more things actually thinking about it. Actually, wait. Let's go to the luxury barn first. Here it is. Here's the luxury barn. Actually, no. There's this little kind of area under the tree farm, which leads into where the behind of the doghouse redstone is, where I can finally see what's gone wrong with this. Why it wasn't... Oh no, it's this one, isn't it? Yeah, derp. Well, I don't know who did that, but someone's very stupid for doing that. So, honestly, yeah, that's not good. Good job, Stampy. Good job. That's really good. Alright, well this is the luxury barn. Here we can see, of course, this is like where all the animals would stay. This was like originally just like a couple of like 9x9 pens with trees in them, but this is kind of what it is. It looks like an ice cream factory more than it does a luxury barn, but Stampy already has an ice cream factory, so that's kind of the vibe about this. It's just cool, I guess. This is where they all sleep. There's some hay bales there and like some extra hay bales because why not? I don't know. There should be like I think there is drinking troughs somewhere, isn't there? Oh yeah, there is, I guess. I don't know. This place, I'm still not very satisfied with it personally, but it's not mine, so I can't do much now. But oh well. Here is the airport. This is where people can board a plane and sort themselves out. So you'd throw down your luggage on these kind of things, and then it would say if it's too heavy. Looks like I'm not, but if I was to throw extra things onto that, it would kind of flag me up and be like, hey, there should be a minecart with chests that would kind of fly off when it's ready, but there isn't one, so I'm not going to worry about that. But this is kind of like the luggage checker area. So you'd kind of put your extra stuff in here, and it would go around with like some water stream. I don't know if it'll work. Let me see. If I throw... let me throw that there. Okay. And if I press that, okay, it goes through there. I don't know if that... Oh yeah, that light is supposed to light up. And then it ends up out here in a second. Unless it's already done, so I haven't... Oh, there we go. Okay, it still does work. Let's go. Okay, it's a smart machine. There's of course a waiting room here where you can chill and relax with some robots that are just staring at you all the time. That's kind of the theme of this place. It's supposed to be very autonomous and as if like it's an airport from the future with like robots, like staff and stuff. As if AI has replaced us all, which sadly enough is probably going to happen with the way things are going in the world. But yeah, this is like a little gift shop where you can buy things like potions and I guess bottles and stuff, not really potions. And of course, cake. I'm going to take that cake, why not? Yes! More cake the merrier, I say. That was what Stampy would have said, but you know, I'm not Stampy. I'm going to throw that down. Ew. Rotten flesh. No, thank you. This is like the airport time seating area, and then you can head out here to where there was originally a helicopter, which got crashed into, well, shot down and hit the target's island. Not great at all. But your luggage would end up going all the way from the start into this section of the plane, where in here we can see, oh, that's where the minecart with chest is. There's supposed to be luggage in there when it would be transported, and of course it would be stored in here, nice and easily. And then here's the plane. This Stampy did drive quite successfully, which is quite cool. So you can head in here, and this is where everyone sits down and waits for the captain or the pilot to fly. Why did I say captain? That's not really appropriate technology. Appropriate wording. What am I on about today? I don't know. Maybe I should split this into different parts. I'm really losing my mind. We have, of course, here, we can eat some bread, and we throw it in there, and this kind of drops it out on the bottom. So if you're 30,000 feet and someone takes a dump in the toilet and you get that onto your head, don't blame me. You're lucky it's bread and it's on the floor. Let's just say that much. Yeah, I'm not going to drive because I don't have my pilot's license. I'd love to be a pilot. That would be fun, but I don't, unfortunately. And that's how the plane is. Can I get my bread back? That's like my main question. Or whatever it was I dropped. I don't even think I can. It's there somewhere though. Okay, well, never mind that for now. That is nearly everything. We just got the rocket and the balloon, and then we're done with this kind of area of the town. which is kind of crazy because my voice is actually losing it. This is the iconic rocket ship. The very same thing that Stampy used to get to the moon in that one episode. It's right here. We can climb up the stairs and see it in its full glory, because it is quite a glorious rocket. I mean, it is quite beautiful. And you can see the sunset when it's like setting. Oh, that's just beautiful. Like, you can't even say it's not. That's such a lovely view. What a lovely world. Anyway, here we go. Here's the rocket ship itself. We have some like alien things. They used to have item frames on them, but they got since removed. There was item frames here, which got removed. So this place is like the dead zone. I renovated this on the Bedrock timeline. If you want to see that, then go through my channel. You'll see it. I think it's called Chest of the Crow, where we met him. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Down here is where we have like the kind of living space. We've got some beds for all the helpers. Stampy as well, and whoever else wants to sleep, like William Beaver and stuff. And then there's some cake down here, which obviously this is like the kitchen section, the living room section, I guess here, and dining room. So it's got everything here. Down here is the engine room, which if you put some cake in there, it will start to take off upon instruction to do so. That slide is very, very glitchy, so we're just gonna ignore that. Okay. But this is like obviously more like storage for the fuel and stuff, and it's supposed to look industrial. I think it works for what it was in 2013. It definitely does work. And the fact that people recreate this block for block because they wanted to fly it is quite insane, I must say. An annoying glowstone that's missing there. That's been missing for years. But this is like the flying area. So there's like some books here, like manuals to fly. There's like some kind of more sci-fi based like levers and stuff you can flick here. And then this is, of course, where we all know Stampy stood or sat when he did the iconic flight to the moon. And it's probably more iconic, the fact that it's night time when I'm looking at it. It just, I don't know, it just hits nostalgia vibes, doesn't it? And then we have, of course, like more electronic-y flying devices, things that are just levers and repeaters and things that don't do jack all. But oh well. This is like the upstairs of the rocket where I built a prison here again when I did my renovations. It was quite a lovely prison. Not lovely, but it was good for the fact that I winged it. I didn't even design anything for that. Oh yeah, and don't forget about the moose as we head out of the rocket. And that is the rocket. You know what I'm going to do? You know what? I've just had a thought. I'm going to go down into it and I'm going to sleep. I'm going to pick... I'll just pick this bed. I don't know whose bed it is. There's no sign indicating, but it will do. It's done the job nicely. It wasn't the most comfortable sleep because there was things above me and, you know, it was just a bit cornered off, but oh well, it worked. And here we are, brand new day, as we go to the balloon and the things that are left to tour in this world, or in this town, shall we say. I honestly don't think the Funland tour is going to be as long as this. I'm sorry if this is like really long. I go very in depth, as you can kind of see now. But this is the hot air balloon. This is what Stampy flew in episode 200 and 212, because the target had a funny thing to do, which was kind of a balloon DLC, let's be real. And if we head up here, this is obviously, you put some coal in the furnace, you get started all off, you get to stand here and fly over the world, which we're not going to do today. Maybe a hot air balloon flight could be, you know what we could do? Maybe at the end of the episode, maybe at the end of episode 701, we can go over here and take the balloon and fly it to glory. I think that would be quite fun to do. But that is, unless I missed something, which I don't believe I have, that is the entire Backtown tour. Oh, we are so in this for a while, aren't we? This is not going to be fun. Oh my god. I'm wondering whether I should actually split this into 3 parts. You know what? No. I'm going to keep going for now, at least. But yeah. Here is Mitten's kitty cat condo. This is where Mittens, of course, lives, sleeps, has fun, I guess. I don't know what the cats do, but yeah. Kitty cat condo, as you can see. Nice little kind of system we got going on here with a fish for Mittens to eat. And litter tray, table and chair. I don't know where Mittens is. Hopefully up here. Nope, Mittens is not here. Okay, that's I don't even know. Well, Duncan's in the doghouse, so maybe Mittens is just, I don't know. But I don't know. Okay. Well, nice lovely view of things to come. We can drop down here and we can head on to the main parts of the town. Hello there. Is that Frankie from Frank and Frankie when I saw Frank earlier? Maybe. Oh well. Hopefully having a good day down there. I'm a bit sore and achy from talking all the time, but I'm doing okay, personally. Here we have Gregory's tree. Of course, we can see this is when... Well, I guess it's my tree in terms of lore, isn't it? But it's back, and I have to hit the target, try to desecrate it. It is here. So, I'll take that as a win. Here we have the melon tree, which is basically... There's 3 melon trees around the world, and they all are responsible for like a transportation network, which is down here called the tree train. As you can see, this is kind of how it works. We will take it, actually. Let me just shut the door. Actually, before... Oh, there's so many things I just want to do. Yeah, I'm just going to go to the top real quick and just show that this is how we can look over the world. Because you guys should see more of what we have to do in this video. This video is going to be quite a long one, I'm going to say. But this is all we've taught so far, as you can see. All this. However, all of this is yet to go. And I've taken a very long time on what's already there. So, yeah, I don't know how in depth I'm going to go for the rest of this. Because, yeah, I think we'll go over like minor bits of history and stuff. But yeah, we'll see. This is the fountain. At night, whenever it does turn night, it will kind of activate. There'll be like little water plates that activate. They're like very like pixel wide, and they drop down very sequentially. It connects up into this little river kind of area here, which it goes like all the way down the end of here and go hello. Oh, having a dip in the river, are we? And once it's done that, it goes all the way down here into where it connects up into the little ocean down here. So quite a nice little way of doing things, I guess. And then down here is the Soggy Sandwich Shop. This is supposed to be like an oceanside sandwich kind of place where, of course, you can get like some bread and some sandwich, different fillings. Oh, pork chops, why not? I'll take some chicken just in case. Yeah, I'm running a bit low on food reserves. I'm not looking too great, but I'll get there hopefully. I'll eat some bread from here. There we go. Right, well, if we head up. We'll head down the path actually. Well, let's just go to spawn first and just kind of... I know I'm going to loop back in like a weird way, but I think this is probably going to be the easiest way for me to wrap my head around everything. But yeah, this is kind of like a path that leads to the lighthouse. We'll go to the lighthouse in a second, but first I want to go to spawn. This whole kind of like long stretch of beach here represents where Stampy first spawned in. So around about... Wait for it. Yeah, probably about like here he spawned. And this crack in like the land here is revealing a sand pit, which right under here he mined a bunch of stuff out because he needed, I think he needed like some like sand for sandstone and glass and other things that he needs. And there's a sign here saying welcome to Stampy's Lovely World. You can probably guess. And this is the second melon tree, which you can ride around to get to the house, and the house from there connects to the funland way over there. So yeah, that's kind of how it works. And this is the emergency igloo. This is like one of the first like kind of things he built outside of the house area in episode 18. This kind of like for emergency situations. There's some supplies that should be in here that are not. There's some beds that you can use to sleep in, and a furnace that if you need to smelt anything like food wise you can. That's kind of how it works, and it should be home to Norman, who is the resident in there, but I don't know where he is. Seems that every snowman in the world has gone for a little bit of a adventure, except from Jack that lives in my bedroom, or Stampy's bedroom, I guess you could say, because I haven't really done much to renovate it. But this is the actual kind of terrain behind spawn. It leads to hit the target's island, which we'll probably go to at the end if I remember, or if I'm brave enough to do so, because it's quite a scary place. We don't want to go there without his permission, shall we say, or not that I'd ever need permission to go there. It's, you know, but still, I don't like to go there either way. But still, you know what I'm saying. Right. Well, over here we have the lighthouse, which we'll head up to the top of, and I will show you. Where am I going that way? I don't know. I'm tired. Okay, I really am actually tired. I'm not gonna lie. This was originally like a painting art gallery, but it all got ripped out and removed, and things kind of changed, and yeah, it became a bit more of its own kind of just landmark without anything inside of it apart from just a nice little staircase that conveniently takes you to the top, which as we can see here has a lovely, lovely view. Very nice view indeed. I can see the tree from there. I love how that tree just stands out like its own new landmark. And all this stuff which we're yet to explore. Oh my. Can my voice really handle probably about another hour? Oh, hopefully not more, but we'll see. Yeah, let's head back down. And we won't think about that until we're done. But if my voice is already sounding this bad, it's going to be quite bad later. I know it is. But yeah, so I think we'll just tour around the town in this kind of weird order, just because I'm already in this kind of section. I don't really want to spend too much more time than, you know, I don't really need to. So we're just going to go from here and go to like the hot buns area a bit later. But yeah, over here, we will tour. Actually, this, I haven't got rid of it, but this is Fizzy's Cookie Golf. So the idea is you throw a pork chop like this, trying to avoid the obstacles, as I failed to do, but that's fine. I should have activated fireworks, but I guess we've run out. I guess we played too much Cookie Golf, and we've run out of fireworks completely. Oh well, it is quite fun to play. Here we have the giant pumpkin, which I recently built for Halloween. It looks better from like the ground, but I forget there's no ice down there anymore. It seems that when Rusty did teleport and reset the world, he also got rid of a bunch of the snow, which is kind of sad, but it's okay. It works. But in here, it's kind of like it's like a grow your own pumpkin for like pumpkin pie kind of stuff. So there's like a nice little chandelier up there, and back here is like stuff for supplies. Ignore the slabs; things get broken because of conversion. But that's kind of how that works. Over here is the Big Apple Shop. This is supposed to be like a general apple shop that you go to for apples, or if you are a rich person and you demand golden apples, there is a way we can serve those by going back here and pressing the yellow button here. It transforms the entire place. For some reason that's broken, but oh well. It should transform these to yellow and there should be like golden apples there, but it hasn't done that, which is kinda sad, not gonna lie. But that's how it is. This is the fast food restaurant. You come in here, this is kind of like, you throw something down, let's throw it down. Let's see if this actually works. You throw it down into here. So we want to throw a pork chop down. Then we press this. Yeah, it does mostly work. That's not exactly a good sign now, is it? That's not really happened. Okay, well I got the pork chop back, that's good. So it's supposed to fling the food around there on the ice highway, fling it around there, and then it flings it onto this table down here. While you'd collect it and take it to your table and eat it up. It's very pointless considering if you already have the food and there's already tables here, you're not going to sit around that table. I don't understand it now I think about it. I don't know. Cool concept, but not really practical. But then again, what is in this lovely world? This is the Now We're Cooking restaurant. Now We're Cooking. I cannot word because like my voice is just dead. I don't really know how to explain this apart from we cook chicken and various things that are required with that. So there's like, it's like a self-cooking thing. So you'd put your chicken in the furnace, it would then cook it all up, and then it would drop it off down into the chest where you would get your chicken, and you'd kind of get on with your day, I guess. People say they hate this shop. I think it's very cramped, sure, but I don't actually mind it. I think it's quite a lovely looking shop. But I'm not everybody, so I don't really see what people hate in it myself personally, but that's fine. Over here we have the Stupendous restaurant. This is more like the painful restaurant that people hate building because there's a lot of glazed terracotta and a lot of patterns around here, and it's a brain ache, I must say. But if we can hop in here, we can see there's a nice little pattern with the tables, and this is where you'd get like, it's for Stupendous and Super Soup, which is like soup, obviously. It's just a pun, soup or a soup, you know, you kind of get it. That's kind of how that works. Then over here we have the Beach Boutique. Through this place here we have some nice lovely looking benches. This is a lovely restaurant looking, this isn't it? It's quite bad, but oh well, I'm just kind of being sarcastic. Well, through here, if I had any red dye, which I don't, I do have some water though, so I can take out the water. I do have a bucket even because there's one in the chest. It opens this, which is a secret area for Fizzy's kind of cookie place, and I think if you throw something here. No. Here, where is it? You can throw it somewhere and it'll activate it. Where is it? I don't know, but either way, you're supposed to throw it somewhere and it'll activate like a... It'll basically rain down cookies from all these different like brown splodges on the wall. A lot of redstone. There's like a massive pit around this place, which is kind of how all that works in the first place. I should have that. I guess not. Okay, I do have a water. So what am I thinking? Okay, I'm overdoing it with this toy, I think, but I'm just wanting to get it over with because if I don't do it now, I'm not gonna want to do it at any point. So it kind of makes sense just to get it over with now, I think, in my mind. But yeah, here over this side is the coffee corner shop. Of course, it's just for selling coffee, and that's kind of all there is really to it, I must say. Apart from this massive coffee machine at the back. I don't know why I'm going around the queue, which is kind of pointless, but oh well. That queue is kind of pointless. You can't even navigate it. Either that's wrong or something's wrong, I don't even know. But yeah, basically, you'd queue up, you'd get your coffee. Your coffee is made in this massive monstrosity back here. It's like a massive coffee machine. I don't know how it works. I think it's off at the moment, and I don't want to mess with it because everything looks a bit in place in a very specific orientation. So, not my place, but it goes down there somehow and ends up in some guy's backyard, probably. Looks like it, at least with the way it is. There's a secret lever here that does turn it on. I guess it's broken. Fair enough. Okay. Well, there's a lot of different benches around here for eating and drinking your coffee, as well as like a nice little sofa here. And then out the back, this of course leads to this sort of like garden area where you can also sit down and eat outdoors if that's your kind of thing, with a nice little, I don't know what type of tree this is, but it's a very nice like birch like looking thing. I don't know. It's like a structural tree more than anything. Let's go. Yeah, let's just show this off. I know it's a bit dark, but this is the Fancy Circle Park. It was built in episode like the 590s. It's sort of like the entrance way that wasn't to the Funland. Oh no, mate. Okay, he's a bit lanky, isn't he? All right, let's just run away from him. It's supposed to just be like a nice little kind of central bit. I just hate how unlit it was. We did have some snow games that took place in there recently for day one of the Advent stuff, but I since removed those, and everything is kind of back to the way it was. I know there's a creeper there, but oh well. Hello, mate. How you doing, buddy? Yep, you can try, bud. All right, there you go. Yeah, so that's kind of how that's all looking. Now we will go around to over. Where do we want to go? Oh yeah, there's a random glass block there. It's kind of history now, so I've left it. Let's just do these shops. I think this will make sense, so we can sort of do this. This is the Sky High restaurant. Back here is where you access the kitchen. The way this kind of works, whether it does still work, I have no idea. But there's some sugarcane here. There's like a nice little kitchen where you obviously get your food. Once you've got your food and you've cooked it all up and done what you want, you'd throw it into here. You would press this button here, and it should get sent off all the way to the top. I will see if that has worked, because I don't know. But I want to believe it has. Let's have faith in something, guys. Come on. Bit of climbing to do later. We will see. I don't know. The shop, the top of it could do with a bit more work, but the actual shop itself is quite lovely, I must say. Like the big pillars that kind of hold it up. I do like it. I think it is quite cool. We're nearly there now. You can get a nice view of everything, which is always cool. So much to see, so much to do as well. Oh my. I don't know if I can handle this. We're gonna see. I can, it's just when I talk, my throat feels like it's making friction, which is not nice. But here we go. And I don't think I got my pork chop, so I got scammed, guys. That's very not nice. But yeah, here's how it is at the top. We have just generally nice viewing platforms here, and when you want to get down, you just drop down here. And that's how it works. There you go. Your general Sky High guide and tutorial. This is, yeah, I think that explains itself. There was a chicken that Fizzy killed, and so there was a bit of a trial that took place in this building, the Court of Paw, or should I say the Court of Law. It's just a bit of a pun, isn't it, of course. It's always puns and funs in Stampy's Lovely World. Here's the inside. Of course, you can choose whether somebody is innocent or guilty, or rather guilty or innocent, because I looked at it that way. So yeah, obviously I can say, you, Fizzy, are guilty of doing something very bad. I don't know. But yeah, there's like a nice little like area up there. I think the court's quite grand. I think it is, at least, in my opinion. Nice little seating area for it all as well. Yeah, let's go around to the good news shop. Sorry, I was just checking my notifications. Lol. Here we have the good news shop. It's supposed to look like a 1930s New York style skyscraper, except it's kind of got its own use for it. So here is what's called the pointless printer. It's supposed to look like it's printing different news stories and stuff, because this is, again, a news station. So you put like a minecart chest thing like there. It'll take out like all the items, spin them around here. It seems to have gotten stuck there somehow. I don't even know how this works myself, honestly. I don't know what this does, but it does something complicated, and it's quite cool when it's in progress. But yeah, we can go up here to the different floors, because each helper does have a floor in this place. So this is William's place. He's responsible for doing something, which I have since forgotten, because it's been a very long time since I've been in here. I've done anything with it. This is Polly's floor, once again. Don't really know, but it's here. Where's the wait, what? There it is. I was like, where's the stairs? That was fun. This is Fizzy's place, who is responsible for, once again, I have no idea what for. And then this is Stampy's office. And as you can see, oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Look at the sunrise out there. He definitely did that intentionally, didn't he? You know, let's be honest. It looks so beautiful. You can see the golf course out there and a lot of the terrain as the sun rises above. I like that. That is quite nice. I'm very tempted to just smash the window and jump out. That makes me out saving, okay? I'm not gonna spend like a billion years getting down from here. But yeah, easy done, easy done. Then over here, this used to be Harry's old hut when Harry the horse was added. I didn't really show his hut, but it is there next to the doghouse, and I do remember it now that I'm talking about it. Really, some cake, there we go. There's weird pumpkin things in there. I have no idea what they're about, but that's fine by me. Here we have the movie magic shop, M.M, which obviously stands for movie magic. Well, if we go around here, we can see that there's like a ticket booth, of course. The sheep wants to get a ticket. How many tickets would you like, sheep? Okay. Yeah. It's a bit against the point, mate, but, you know, I appreciate you want to watch the film. Oh well. If we come up here, we have the kind of cinema room. Oh, perfect! This actually might work. This is like the projector. The film will be starting in 3, 2, nothing. Then this is where you can drop the curtain down. Oh, it works! Let's go! It actually does work. It drops down, and of course you can see the big screen down there, which we will go and see now and have a look at it all and look at its beauty or something. Vocabulary I'm losing because of my brain cells dying because of this tour. Yay! But yeah, of course you can see it here in its full glory. That's where we were before, the projector booth. And then that's obviously the big cinema screen with all these seats that you can choose where you want to sit. Quite nice, I must say. Over here we have the clay oven pizzeria, which seems to just be a bit glitched and all turned on, but it's supposed to have like a nice little like kind of pattern effect that kind of looks like it's lighting up and like cooking the food. But here's clay oven. We can see in here we have like some armor stands, which if I turn this on, there must be not anything in the dispenser. Sometimes dispensers reset when I do all this like conversion back and forth and stuff, but that's fine. We of course have like a little kitchen area where you can prepare the pizza before sorting it all out, but this is a pizzeria. Yeah, that's how it is. There's seating areas where you can wait for the food to be prepared. So yeah, I think this building is quite out of place because there is a restaurant district which we've kind of seen a little bit of so far, like off over there. And I think if Stampy waited about 20 more episodes to build this, he would have built it over there. So honestly, that's why I moved it when I did the old timeline, because I think it would make sense to have more of like a media building here, because you've got like the cinema there, then there's this shop which we'll go to now, which is the telebox shop, and the opposite there is the film studio. But this is the telebox shop. This was kind of like, it had its own set before, like news and game show and some cameras over there. But now it's kind of this just from one of the Easter April Fool's videos that he did back in like 2018 or something. So it's a bit bland. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it's there. Not much I can do with it now. Hello, pig. Excuse me. This is the film studio. Stampy, I don't know if many people know this, but Stampy nicknamed this place Pollywood because it's like Hollywood and it was kind of like a thing that he did. Speaking of Polly, this is her trailer. I got a jukebox in there and some flowers and stuff like that. Whatever works, I guess. I don't want to show all these trailers because it will take a bit of a while and detract from everything, but this is kind of all the trailers for, I think Fizzy has like a bunch of like minecarts going around in the back. Just general stuff like that you can imagine something Fizzy would have. We will go inside now of the actual film studio and I will show you what this is. It's like a bunch of sets, so this is like some form of like prison. There's like a big cave back here for one of the sets. And then over here there's like some weird like cage, this guy that was like scamming somebody out of money and stuff like that. So that's kind of all there is really to it. If we head out here, we will now see Fizzy Fun, which is the first shop I will show of all of what the helpers have. This is supposed to be like a big giant present. If I let's just cheat, shall we? If I show you, oh, if I can think of, there we go. It's supposed to look like a giant present. So as you can see here, you know, it's got like a little bow tie up there for like the present. That's kind of the vibe it's supposed to be. Whether you see it or not is entirely your interpretation. And also, same with like Telebox, it's supposed to have like a bit of a radio and not radio, but like a kind of TV satellite up there. It's okay for what it is. But here is Fizzy Fun with glitched spanners, because why not? Of course, if we head in here, I'm going to move all this stuff over. There we go. If we head in here, we have to pin the tail on the donkey. This, which probably doesn't work, is supposed to be like a minecart system. Oh, it actually somehow does work. I don't know how it does, but it somehow does. I'm getting a call. That's not exactly good timing. But yeah, so we have like this kind of like decorations and stuff, a lot of cake, like a buffet in here. We have a little trunk for, of course, Fizzy. This is like representing him. And inside of Fizzy is a DJ booth. So, of course, in here, you can kind of imagine doing some DJing work up here and kind of funky business. You know, why not? The chest for like different records, I'd assume, and all that sort of thing. And I do have to be quicker because people do want me, which this tour's gone on for way too long, so I think you can forgive that. This is the Good Fortune shop. These paintings will dictate your fortune. If you take a random painting and place it on here, this is kind of what will say, hey, you're gonna have bad luck today. You will find diamonds. You smell very bad. Skull. There's a big crystal ball up there to kind of indicate that it is something to do with fortune. Here we have Polly's shop. It says a massive sign saying hello. Of course, over here you have some like redstone components because it is a redstone shop themed around Polly. That's kind of more all there really is to it. The outside is supposed to look like something of like tech facility. I guess you can see it. This is the Smart Art Gallery. Through here we have 5 different exhibits. So, oh, and the floor is melting as we speak. That's brilliant. We have the mental block, which is Stampy's facility thing here. We have ostentatious cacophony, which is Fizzy's place over here. We have passing time. No, not passing time. Yeah, frozen. Yeah, that frozen fountain, which I think was William's. And this one's passing time, which I think was Polly's. And then over here, if we can get here real quick, this is the Home by Lunar Friends. I think that's what it's called by, if I remember quickly. Yeah, Home. Perfect. Okay. My memory is better than I think sometimes. That's good. This is the tool shop place. I don't know. Okay, these do work, but like you can press these and it cycles around different minecart chests. So now, of course, in here we have like swords. If I press it again, it might glitch out because we're in a bit of a wonky position. Oh no, it didn't. But yeah, you can kind of see there's more like different types of swords. It works for pickaxes and all that sort of stuff. We also have what's like a counter, and then back here is like another kind of like private area where William can get like private things for what he needs, I guess you could say. Here we have the shiny shop. This is supposed to be like a big like gem shop with like a big ring with like a gem on it. We have different things in here like emeralds and gold, and a nice little counter back here with, you know, more things like gold and gold nuggets, I think. And yeah, just that sort of thing. I think that's like I don't even know. Gold. It looks like a yellow glass pane. Just sort of like stuff like that represents that sort of thing. Here we have the Laugh on Logs comedy place. It's basically LOL for laugh on logs. Oh, the creeper! Okay, well that works too, I guess. Honestly, it is too dark in here. I think the lighting should have been added a bit better, but oh well. I'm gonna exit without saving either way, so it ain't my play. It ain't my problem. If we go back here, we have like the kind of backstage part of this. You can like run through the fire and not really take damage, which is, well, not really take like consistent fire damage, which is always quite nice, I think. If I head over here, we can go now to the next few shops, which will be Sounds Good and the Doggy Disco. So Sounds Good is modelled after what you can probably tell is a giant piano. If we head inside, you can see that like there's a drum kit here. We have like a kind of chest for storing a bunch of things. This is supposed to be like some form of like, I don't even know. It's for something. Countertop here, like more of like some form of like instrumental thing, and then the piano, which for some reason isn't working. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it should just be making like piano notes and stuff, but it's not. So oh well. This here is the Doggy Disco shop, which is supposed to be some like colourful kind of place. If we head inside, you're supposed to be able to put like some music on, but like I think if I press this, it should work all the same. Maybe not. I think that turns off the outside actually, but yeah, it's supposed to like if you, like it's to do with that observer. So the water will kind of like float out and make like some form of like patterny sort of thing with the floor. This whole shop is basically pattern based, so I guess that's one way you could also see it. It's a bit glitched out, this shop, as you can see, because of conversion, but here we have the butchers. This is supposed to be obviously where you'd go in here and prepare meat and different things. The freezer will also be a bit melted because of conversion, as I say, but it's supposed to work. It doesn't. I'm not really going to go too into detail onto it because it's kind of broken, as you can see. This is 3Z's. This shop isn't broken, luckily, because of course, well, it's pretty standard. The door's a bit broken though. Oh well. We have a nice counter here. All these different coloured beds for all these different things that you may need. And it's quite a nice view out to the ocean, if I must say. Some chests as well, some music to fall asleep to, because why the hell not? And of course, as you can see, we have this bridge, which I was showing before in the beginning of the video, near enough. This is what I built in the early days of Lost Legacy. Whilst we're here, I will show down here, which is Lucky's grave, as well as this mini sort of dock area, as you can see. Here it is though, Lucky's grave. The sign seems to have been a bit corrupted over time, but that's fine. Has this door's been blocked off. This tree here, yeah, it's there, but the door's been blocked off. I guess it's understandable because it's no longer in use, but this was hit the target's tree, which he used for a few not so reasonable and nefarious purposes, which we don't like about that. So we don't talk about the past of the things that he did with that tree and with that attack, because it's, well, as we know, it's at the target. It's not going to be exactly sunshine and roses now, is it, with him? I will use this shop and go to sleep because, of course, it is getting night and we need to move on because, honestly, this tour is going on for way too long. I don't really know how I'm managing and coping with this, but oh well. So yeah, over here we have the Jungle Gym. It's a shop based around water and sort of paradise. So the gym attractions, I guess you could call them, is sort of everything water based. There's a skeleton in here. You can die my friend. There we go, sorted. Alright, yeah, so there's like a water kind of like treadmill here. There's these weights which you can test your strength. Pull water. Yeah. I don't know why I made some funny noises, but oh well. This is supposed to be like a rowing machine, so you place a boat down and then test it against the current, and then there's like some weird like drop-off points to the water. It's quite a beautiful, beautiful place, I must say. Here is the scuba shop, which I've been leading to for a while. I like this. This is one, again, I know I built it, but it's one of my favourite things from like the early days. It just has a really nice vibe in here. We of course have like some kind of glass casing for extra elite helmets, and these are where your helmet should be, like snorkeling sticks and helmet sort of accessories, but I've a bit glitched out. I need to fix this place, I know. Same with the door, which shouldn't be like that. But if we head down here into this place, you can see that we have like a bottom sort of section. So this is like a counter for downstairs to make sure that like you're all good, you're all set. You've got some changing rooms to put on your gear, some chests for extra kind of accessories, I guess, if you need them. And then this out here, which leads out to the massive kind of ocean where you can go you can do your scuba diving. Scuba doo, that's what it's called even. The scuba shop. I love the back of it. It might be a bit basic, but it is quite nice for what it is. Alright, well, we can move on now to the dojo. It's a Japanese fighting club, like where they do like karate, ninjutsu sort of thing. Now this is supposed to be used, I'm sorry about the notifications, people just keep on wanting to call me and stuff. But this is supposed to be sort of used as, I guess, like a, you know, you're supposed to like be blindfolded when you're doing this parkour. Well, as for the sake of the video, I'm just going to do it. And this is like an armor sort of standing station, so you can get like your clothes and your fighting gear ready for you to practice and do your kind of best, I guess. And nice kind of ceiling, I suppose. It's quite cool for what it is. Right, over here we have the hat trick shop. This shop here is sort of based around magic and elements and stuff. So we have some brewing stands, of course, like magical looking things. We have over here just counters with like books and stuff, so you can sort of work out what they're for, spells and stuff. Ender chests, glowstone is quite magical, ender pearls, enchanting tables, and an ender crystal, which I am not going to go 10 feet in it because they're quite dangerous, believe it or not. They're very dangerous. In fact, I would not touch that if I was you and I was smart. Do not touch them. Right, well now we will loop back around to this side of the town and we will go to Stampy's Hot Buns. The first ever shop that Stampy designed and built on camera. It's a cake shop. Of course, you can get a bunch of cakes here. This is like the back area where you can get more if you need them. A little seat for the counter area. I think this place was kind of winged because when Stampy looked at it in episode like 91, he was quite impressed by what the helpers had done with it. So I'm going to assume it's winged. But I like it for what it is either way, so I'm not too fussed. And then this is like a little kind of garden area, excuse me. There's a nice little tree for decoration, and some sugarcane and some wheat for, of course, gathering the cake with some cows to milk, so you can get the milk buckets and, of course, everything else that you would need. Over here is the Stampy's WW Florist. That's over there. Sorry, my bad. I don't know why I called it that. I was maybe being a bit stupid. In here is like a bunch of different flowers that you can get, so cacti, wheat, mushrooms, saplings, genuine flowers that you need. And then through here is like the little back kind of office area where you can, of course, store more of them with a counter to make a purchase. Of course, netherwort pumpkins, melons, I think are there. Yeah, just general like things like that you need and the whole shebang. There's Stampy's over by. Nice kind of, it looks very like old and timey. Kind of gives you those like sort of old vibes to it. These are supposed to have, yeah, these do have sets on them, like the pumpkin munchkin, the king's armor, robes sort of thing. I don't know what they're called, but yeah. Nice behind the counter, I guess. And then here's where you'd obviously get changed into them. I wonder who that could be. Anyway, yeah, so I guess someone put a secret back there. Yeah. To break the fourth wall, this is not. I'm not using my own wall anymore. I'm using Ben's. So, hello Ben. You probably saw that and were kind of laughing at that. So, yeah, there you go. Little Easter egg for you. My voice is actually dying, guys. I'm sorry if I sound so, like, broken right now. I want to get this done for you. So yeah, here's Melon Moments. You can obviously interpret what this is. A melon shop for, not just melons, but it's kind of just like a chill kind of place, an outdoor area. Like, it kind of reminds like a portable market sale. It's sort of what it is. And then of course back here you can store everything and you'd be like, hello, come buy my melons for half price, because Melon Moments. Yeah. Here we have the Toy Town Toy Shop. What? No, what? How, why did I call that Toy Town? Oh my, okay. You're gonna have to forgive me, my brain's broken, but this is Toy Town. No, I know why I said that. It's because I was thinking about going in here, but I was like, I should go in there later because that would kind of make more sense. I'm so sorry. I cannot do this after like 2 hours nearly of just non-stop. I'm so sorry. This is the Crazy Cow Milk Bar. You can tell it's the Crazy Cow because of the funny eyes, but clearly that wasn't enough of a giveaway for me. Oh no. Then you can obviously, there's a cow up there. You can milk the cow for the milk from what the shop is kind of best for. A bunch of like tables and chairs, and there's a jukebox where you can play music, and that's sort of what it's known for. Over here we have, let's go to the post office first. I think that'll make more sense. Actually, yeah, we'll kind of go, this will work. We have the post office, which is kind of like known for delivering things IRL. So over here, if I step on this, it kind of will, it'll let down like a block saying you got mail in there, which kind of indicates that you've got something which you need to read immediately. So that's that. Up here, ow, excuse me, up here we have the chicken Flap, who will deliver everything. So if you release it, that opens that block, and then Flap can fly on out the front there and deliver all the things that need delivering. Up here we have a kind of delivery kind of dispenser thing. So when Flap either comes back, he can fly back. He can deliver things through the hole in the ceiling, which will then go down there onto that block at the bottom. Or if you're doing post in, you oh no, that's post out actually, isn't it? Yeah, post out. You can then deliver it down to Flap, who will then, you know, deliver it to the various people that you want it to be delivered to. So that's kind of how that works. Quite a handy service, if you ask me. Oh, I was trying to eat the nail. That was too. All right, let's go to the pet shop. The pick a pet. There we go. That's what it's called. Ah, I must be mangled if I can't get that right. Oh, that's tragic. In here we have all the different animals that you'd need. So we have a chicken there. Maybe that's Esther. Maybe that's where Esther ran off to. Who knows? We have pigs, sheep, googlies in the ghastly googles and googly goods thing. Little counter there. We have you look like you're about to. Can you hit me? No, good. Okay, your arm's a bit poking out, mate. Maybe you should put them back in. We've got some cows here. And this is where this is usually where Fluffy would be, but it looks like a stray wolf has managed to get in there, which is kind of cool. Maybe it can be used for another wolf. I have bones. Oh, could this be the one? I know I'm still not thinking, but I will sort this out. Anyway. Yay! I got a new dog! Okay, no one's going to watch this far into the episode, so I think in 702 I will announce that you are a new dog, and we will name you accordingly. I don't know what collar you'll have, but we'll figure it out, don't worry. Yeah, okay, well, that's cool. New wolf, I guess. Alright, back here we have the, this is like a back door, which leads to the squid tank where squids can live. I think there was an axolotl in there when Stampy was on Bedrock at one point, but yeah, that's kind of fun. Over here is the Toy Town Toy Shop. This is the Toy Town Toy Shop, not the milk bar. That was kind of insane I called it that. It's like a rundown toy shop with a secret doll, which when you pull the arm, it opens this up, and then you can go down here into Toy Town, like village, I guess. This is the real toy shop, of course. Each place has its own sort of unique thing that you can buy from it. There's no counter to buy things. It's more just like a mystical wonderland, I guess you could say. And then this is like supposed to... Is the minecart in here? Yeah. Whether this works or not is going to be beyond me. But once you're done in there, you go to the train station. And at the train station, you're right up here. And it doesn't work. Unless I am smart and I keep on holding forward. There we go. You just have to hold forward and that seems to work perfectly fine. It leads down to the little kind of lakes and ponds of the kind of front of the house and by Googly Island. And kind of loops us back around to here, which is pretty decent actually. Here is the Playful Popo Station. It is the police station of the world, of course. So through here you have like a little chair in there where you can get interrogated, and yeah, through here is like this is the interrogation room. What am I on about? This is the chair where you'd sit and register people in. I'm so sorry. I keep on like my mind keeps on skipping a beat. That's kind of what it is. Like don't question me. I've been doing this for too long now. This is like all the things that you can use to interrogate, including cake, which I'm going to take, eggs, feathers, the general stuff. You can tickle people with them. I think there's like sugar in there for like a smell or something. I don't remember. Yeah, this is the detective's office. There was a few cases in here. I guess they've been taken down out of not being solved. But this is where you feed the inmates. So this is like you can feed Playpen 1 and Playpen 2. So that's how you do that. And speaking of the playpens, this is where they are. This is Playpen 1. I'm not going to go in there because I will get trapped. Playpen 2, and then you can of course go around here and communicate with the different inmates and usually pigs that steal carrots from the bank, because the next thing we'll go to soon, actually not the next thing, but one of the next things we'll go to is the bank. But until then, this is the Beat the Heat fire station with a nice fire truck out the back of the front here. In here, in the back area, which I meant to say, this is where the other alternate fire truck is. There is water dispensers in here, so you can of course flood whatever you need to and put some fires out, and it's fun. And this over here, there's like some redstone there which activates the alarm, and in fact, yeah, we can. This is a good point of reference to show that what I did before when I turned on the fire alarm should work. But first, this is where the actual workers will go first. They'll come in here, and it looks like the alarm's off. Maybe it works the other way. Maybe it was already on and then I turned it off. I don't know. But this is where you get your kit. I think the item frames have all gone, but there's like item frames like helmets, water buckets, and when you hear the alarm or that goes off, even you drop down here, down the fireman pole, and into here where, of course, you can imagine what you do from there, can't you? You know, you go into a fire truck and then put out the fire. Unfortunately, the roads are a bit too small for that, but it works. This is the Karen Cat Clinic. This is where, of course, all the different patients of the world go. So in here we have the Can't Be Missed therapist room. Of course, the therapy room where you can lie down and talk to someone. We have the Feeling Fab Med Lab, where, of course, you can fix patients up with medicine and sort out different brewing and stuff. We have where the zombie villagers would go in this room here with some cake, which is always quite nice. I'm not hungry right now, but you kind of cure them. There should be some weakness and stuff in there, but there's not at the moment, so that's fine too. And then here is the ice area, which seems to be very Balkan. It's supposed to be feeling nice, healing ice. I want to say that's kind of like the name of it, but yeah, it's not really. It's more drowning ice or drowning water, isn't it? Well, speaking of water, there's a lot of that next door at the Pretty Kitty Spa. This is sort of like the spa, the water equivalent of a spa. Everything's themed around water and serenity. You can sit here and have some fish that, in your imagination, lick your toes to clean them. Why not? This is like some other like jacuzzi thing you can sit in. This was when carpets were added. He had like a massive thing about like putting carpets around things, and I think it worked quite well with how he wanted to do it. This machine here is the beautifier. You would head in here and someone will press the button, which would rain down water, as it did, and that will be what beautifies you and aka changes your skin. I used that in the Bedrock timeline, if you can believe that. Go and watch the video if you don't. it was quite fun. Over here is the Flying Fish Sushi Restaurant. This here is a fish restaurant where you can sort of catch your own fish, and I don't know if it's like turned on or working. Probably not, because there's sometimes a bit of a glitch that happens with pistons. But you'd sit here, fish your fish away, you'd throw it in to the back here, and it would go down there, and it would activate some like piston thing, which would then push it up into the back of this sort of fountain structure here. And once it's done that, it'll swim all the way around these sides. I don't know if it goes that way or the other way. I think it's the other way. And you'd pick it up and you would go and eat your fish on one of these tables. So it's quite a mediocre shop. It's not specifically one of my favorites, but I can see arguments to be made for why people could see it as like a very up there high shop. One thing I'm going to go to before I forget, because the path is so hidden sometimes, it's kind of annoying to sometimes remember. But here is the Nice Cream shop. This shop is basically, I'm going to be honest, it's my least favourite shop in the entire town. It's here, but it's supposed to be like an ice cream factory. The pun being it's in ice, you know, and it's like a big glacier sort of thing. It's just, I don't know. It's probably, if I had to pick my least favourite shop, it would be that. I wonder if some people would agree. I think the outside really does make up for the inside. If the outside was also trash, it would probably be quite horrible on the tier list. Oh, the skeleton. Hello, mate. Oh, you just made me break the sugar cane. Have you happy with yourself? Brought my sauce too fast sometimes. There we go. Let's hop in here and just get away from all the angry mobs, shall we? This is the Clean Machine Laundrette. There's a bunch of like different soaps and stuff here that you can use to clean your clothes, and the way you would do so is by opening the washing machine, throw your clothes in, And then when you close it back up and turn the water on, they would usually bounce up and down like crazy on the corner, just like bounce, 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 as if they're like moving around, but they don't do that anymore. And then if you want to get them out, you just obviously open that up. There's pressure plates down there that somehow stop the water, because Minecraft physics be like. And then again, there's like 2 more of those, or 3 in total. And that's how you'd sort of clean your clothes, and you can wait here whilst they are in the process of getting cleaned. Right, this is Hot Potato. This shop here is, like, during the daytime, it will... When is it going to turn day? In quite a while. But during the daytime, it will sort of be quite docile on the front, and there'll be no fire or no anything. But at night time is when it perks up, and then it all activates and makes a big spectacle, and kind of looks like it's cooking the potatoes. Speaking of, because this is Hot Potato after all, the way you would do this is, up here there's a potato farm. If I was to, let's say, go down here and push both of these buttons, this one included. Oh, that sound is awful. And this one as well. Oh my days. They would start cooking away nicely in the furnace, and once they're all cooked, you'd go down there and collect them all, and that is how you bake your potatoes in a Hot Potato. Right, let's go to the fire workshop next, shall we? We're nearly done now, actually, believe it or not. We're nearly done. This is, of course, where you'd get your different fireworks. There's some fire charges in there, glowstone dust, and like glowstone. I was gonna say glowstone like powder, and I don't even know what I was gonna say, but that was bad. Basically, you'd make like a big combination with like fireworks stars and stuff. You can craft them over here. All the ingredients when you select them. Let's say I want some of this. Oh, it's empty. Brilliant. We're sold out, guys. We need to do a big restock. You can press the fireworks so they come out here. There shouldn't be anything in there probably. They kind of like open up naturally and slowly in the cobweb, or you can release them at the top in a nice kind of explosion. And it's supposed to look like there's fireworks on the front, so you can kind of see there's like different heights of like different fireworks, like different spires. It's quite nice, I must say. This shop is the Fancy Pants Restaurant. This is supposed to be like a very posh and lovely kind of diner with a twist. We'll get to that twist in one moment because it's kind of fun. So if you're in here, at all times you have to wear purple leggings, which should be in there, like your fancy pants. It's probably best that they're not because I can just run around without them on. And yeah, you can see up there, there's a big like glowstone feature, which kind of chandelier looking thing. What am I on about? Glowstone? Oh my god, okay. There's a big golden thing of that. I saw gold, and then because it was like emitting light, I thought glowstone in my head. Wow, I'm like hallucinating, man. That's crazy. So yeah, this is kind of like where you'd sit, but the big twist of it all is that over here, this is how they cook their food. The microwave 2005. So, this microwave is 19 years old, but I'm older than bro, so, you know, I'm just more superior in that sense, I guess. I'm joking. Age is just a number. Unless you're over the age of 18. I think you get my reference there. Right, let's head on out of here, and I'll show you Hot Potato, which should be dying down any second, unless it is completely broken. For now, I will go to Snack on Track, and I will come back to Hot Potato in a few moments once I can be sure. But look at that sunrise. my throat is so sore. I'm gonna actually do myself in from doing this. I know I am. I'm with a sore throat. I'll be annoyed because I'm more ill than I am. But this is not for me, this is for you, so be grateful. This is the Snack on Track restaurant. We have, of course, in here different tables which are colour coordinated. The reason for being colour coordinated is because back here, as the chef, you can control which tables. So let's say purple wants an order, or blue wants an order. I think even, see, you can press these down and map the route as to what it would need to take to get there. And there's some cake, so of course that's not too bad. Generally quite nice place. I think, at least in my opinion, it's quite cool. I think it could do a bit more work, but it's quite an old one, so what to expect. Real quick, I want to see is Hot Potato broken? No, it is not. You can see perfectly these have gone down and retracted. So that's your proof that you need that it's actually working. Wow. One of the things that does work in this world. One, because of conversion. Two, because, well, things just get broken over the updates and stuff. Alright. Well, we're on the final stretch. Just this row to go. We're nearly done. Here is the waste place. this is sort of responsible for the different waste and things that you don't need and things that are like need to be recycled. So you can either turn on it for it to be recycled or incinerated. Right now it seems to be on recycle, which is cool. And of course there's an on and off thing. We can turn it on, but it's not really practical. But it'll detect when items have gone all the way around inside of a recycled Michael, and they will go into here to be all recycled, which is kind of neat. And did I just break something? That light went off. That's not good. Okay, well that's fine. This is where the items were getting incinerated. So in here, I don't really want to go the whole way down, but like there's like a massive like pit down there, which leads to some, I think, lava. This is where you would throw the items in to go up and into recycle Michael, but it doesn't work because they've changed how transparent blocks can register items now and all sorts of things that are a bit complicated. This is Shoe for You with a fully working treadmill. I will turn the treadmill on in a second and show you that. But yeah, there's obviously some shoes here which you can buy. Around the side here is like just some chests where you can imagine there'd be some coloured shoes and different styles and stuff, and of course just like a little stock room. There's a little catwalk here. You can obviously walk down here and pretend I'm so cool. And then up here is the diving board, where you can test your shoes and see how well you are at just jumping in the water. I am apparently not the best. But here is the treadmill. If I turn this on, it should work. Yeah, it does. It actually does work. That's cool. So I didn't think it was going to, because you know how janky these versions can be. But yeah, this would be kind of like, imagine you're running along and the treadmill's kind of pushing back. That's kind of how it is. It's obviously not going to work in Minecraft, but the concept is there. The concept is there, indeed. This is the Cat Chat radio station with a huge radio antenna up there to kind of indicate that, of course, it's radio time. Of course, in here, okay, come on then. There you go. Alright, cool. It's a bit darker there, must be, I guess. Alright, let's eat some pork chops. Okay, so, anyway, of course, this is where you can listen to some of the radio going on in there before you're scheduled to go in. And once you are able to go in, you will see that there's a lever up here which you can turn on, which says you're on air or live or whatever you want to call it. This is where your radio guy would sit and be like, "Good evening and welcome to Cat Chat Radio. I am your host, Mr. something or other." Microphone in here where you can obviously imagine people doing like interviews or being somewhere else, not to kind of give feedback or anything like that on the radio, because that happens sometimes. It's kind of annoying. Right, well, now that we've toured that, let's go to the barbers, the barbers. This shop is literally just that, a barber shop. You'd imagine coming in here, and of course, you'd sit on your barber seat here and you'd get sheared. The kind of twist with this is that it's like the mirror is literally kind of trying to emulate what a mirror would be, except of course there's no mirrors in Minecraft, and it would mean that you'd have to basically stack Stampy's lovely world infinitely that way again. So, you know, it's a bit of a budget cut, but I don't blame him. I don't think I'd want to rebuild the entire damn world just for a mirror reflection. That's a bit insane. If anyone does do that, like where this shop is like the centre of symmetry, then actually do let me know, because I'd love to see that. That could be a fun project. I don't know why, but I'd love to actually do that. Because I'm weird. Let's go to this one first. This is the Need to Read bookshop. The whole idea of this is it's just like some cozy little place inside of a big hill. That's kind of, I don't know if you call that a twist, but I kind of see if you do why it kind of is. This is how the inside looks. You've got some couches, some books to read. They were named, but the names have been taken off because of signs lagging and stuff. Some minecarts, as I say, you can sit in the fireplace, which of course tries to give that kind of homely feel in the middle. Over here is the Poorly Pet's Pet Vet. It's supposed to be like, that's like a V because of the vet. Yeah, that's why. Makes sense. So if we go in here, we have the kind of doghouse looking place with some chests there, of course, to kind of give that kind of vibe. This is for just medicine and stuff, I think. There should be some stuff in there that isn't there yet, but oh well. I guess again we're out of stock. Oh well. This is the bird's nest. Of course, I've got some eggs, which I'm just going to throw down because I don't really need them. Again, nothing in. We're out of stock. Looks like the pets are going to stay ill for a while at this rate, doesn't it? And then this is the fishy fountain. This is for like cats and stuff if they're ill. They've got this little kind of like obstacle course they can jump around. Not that they could, but you can imagine if cats had a bit more AI and they weren't as dumb, that's how they would. Over here is the superior interior shop. It's supposed to be like a small little interior place, like not like home though, but more for like couchware and tables and stuff. So, you know, you've got some couches, some wardrobes, some beds and tables and a counter there. This is literally like the smallest shop in the town, I want to say, and it's probably the easiest to build. This shop is another broken one, like the dentist, but it kind of works in some aspect, I guess, as you saw. But this is the loose tooth dentist. Of course, there was a fish tank back here which fires some fish out. Usually, I think it's empty. In here is where the dentist would come in and examine your teeth. He would turn on the lamp back here and say, "Ah, yes, you have big gap. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. You're going to get some filling for that." And then over here would be where the Tooth Fairy's office is. So, of course, even though the Tooth Fairy is, well, you know what I'm going to say about that. But, you know, it's here just for the kind of feel, I guess. It is what it is. I re-picked up that book, but I don't care, I'm just going to throw it down. It is what it is. Right, let's go to the Wagging Tail Doggy Daycare. Here it is, so this is where the dogs can sleep if they're staying overnight. Quite quaint and cozy. This is obviously the kitchen where they can cook their own food. I don't know, they are dogs. I mean, that's a bit of a push even for dogs. That's kind of how I see it as anyway. And then through here is the beach area. So of course, if they want to just chill out and relax, they can under the palm trees. There used to be some carpets down here for like sun lounges, but they've since been removed. He had to shrink the beach because Polytechnic was a bit huge and he needed a bit more room, I think. Here is the pharmacy, spelt like a pharmacy would, or like, I guess it is a pharmacy, but it's also a farm in like a big barn, as you can tell. That's the pun, ha ha ha, very funny. This is where all of the sick kind of like animals would be. I guess it's like to do it. What's the point of the vet then? I don't know, I can't think. There should be animals in there, like they can drink and stuff, and there's like a counter here. Then up here is where, of course, you can get like the actual medicines for them. There's like some potions and stuff that I remember Vigalash brewed some poison ones at one point, which Stampy was not too pleased about. I don't blame him, honestly. I don't think he wanted his animals to get poisoned now, did he? This over here is the Sweetie Pie sweet candy shop, I guess you could call it. Sweet shop or whatever. This is where all the sweets were stored. There is like some different coloured dyes to represent them. Of course, you can stand behind the counter and look at the weird trippy floor with the glowstone and the stained glass. It's quite an interesting shop, I must say. For what it is, at least. This is the Hotel of Dreams. One of the more taller and bigger shops of the town. It is literally that, a hotel. We've got a nice lobby down here where you can book a room. I'm going to take a... Yeah, I'm just going to take all these keys. I'm going to be honest. If there is even ones for all of these. There we go. Oh, I need one for that one, but oh well. That'll do for me. Alright, now we can go for all the rooms. I know I want to go at least a bit more thorough with this, but I know it's probably going to be a bit pushing it considering how long I want this to go on for. But here we have the Animal Paradise room. This is where, of course, the animals live. You can get some different food for them up here, like some seeds and all that sort of thing. And this is where someone would sleep. This isn't where the animals sleep. They just sit here for show, you know. Actually, that's a fair point. Like, that's quite bad if you think about it. Like, from that kind of bad standpoint. That's also. Oh, that's still not. Get off it. Okay, fine. Over here is the Food Fantasy. This one is literally just for all the food. So you've got some melons there, some. There was some like cake, I thought at some point, but I guess not. And there might be one over there actually. That probably got eaten. Chest full of like there would be chest full of stuff. There's like a yellow bed to represent that's obviously for the Food Fantasy place. We have up here the second floor with shop rooms such as the Water Wonderland, I think this one's called, with some water fountains. There was some like ink sacs maybe there. I think this was to do with squid, but that's kind of what was there. Then the next door room is the Disco Domain. If I head through here, This, if I activate this, yeah, it's a bit of a noise machine. It runs off of like a redstone clock, which again, you can imagine, it's another noise room, considering you've got the animal paradise below that. Up here is the next floor, which is the last one of like the main rooms. This is of course the art gallery kind of place. We've got some robots here. I think it's like, yeah, I think it's just called art gallery, I can't remember. But that's like the bed. There were some paintings around here as well at some point, but because of lag, as you can assume, they got removed, which is, you know, fair enough. This is the plant paradise. So, you know, we've got some plants, pumpkins, and a lot, some leaves. It's supposed to feel very cozy, I guess, in here, very nature-based. And then up here is the final floor, which is the penthouse. This is where Stampy would have slept, and you can see all the different things, some things that we haven't told yet, like the funland and stuff, and so all of this stuff that we have. We only have about like 3 more shops, well 4 more shops to go actually, and then we will have toured everything, which is kind of crazy. But because it is night, and of course it is a good time to do so, I'm going to use these beds for the greater good, and I'm going to sleep because, well, we have probably not got much more than 10 minutes left on this tour. Oh, look at that sunrise. That is beautiful. That is beautiful, I must say. And once again, because I'm going to exit without saving, I'm going to smash my way through the window, just drop down, because I'm rebellious. And yeah, so that's the hotel toured. We can now go into the... Let's go to the school first. So yeah, there's a nice little front area to mark it out. I should have turned that machine off. Oh, I'm so stupid for not doing so. Oh well, this is the pool. This is kind of Squishy's room. There was a bunch of like to-do list kind of signs in here, like for each lesson, but they were since removed. This is like the fighting area to teach you how to combat. This was like Stampy's room. Now if we go upstairs, we can see that up here, I think this is another redstone clock for the school bell. Yeah. That's fun. Oh, I guess it doesn't work anymore. It's like unless it's like you're supposed to flick it up and down. I don't know. That seems a bit wrong. This is the plant class. Of course, you can teach how to like grow different things like flowers and stuff. In here we have the cooking classroom. So this is to do with like baking cakes. I think it was at least. I know a certain person that ran that is no longer a character in this buggering world, so that's always fun. Here we have the IC shop, which is supposed to be like a pun, like I see you, I see. I see. Yes. This is like a little counter behind here. And then of course, this is like where you'd store like all your glasses and stuff if you need them. Through here, this is like, you'd say here, what colour is here? Glowstone. Red. And then you have to push it back, otherwise it just wouldn't work. And I think that's one's like, yeah. Green. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Cool. This is like a little kind of just seating area for consultation purposes. And then here it's like a, oh yes, what character is it and what a name? I don't know. That's kind of how I imagine it, at least. Yeah. So that is the IC shop. And with that, we only have these 2 shops left, and we're done. So here it is. Here's the piggy bank. We will go through all of this just because, yes, I am that crazy. Yes, I think it's worth it. Here's the pig that runs it. Hopefully he's done a good job of guarding this. It doesn't seem like anyone's broken in because he hasn't had to lift these up yet, the security, but I'll do that just to be sure that we're all good. No one can jump through there now. Wahaha. If we head down here, this is like to do with all sorts of different courses and things. We have, of course, the parkour, which I don't think I'll be able to do first try, but we'll see. Oh, and a creeper just to add extra pressure if I do fail. Okay, that's always fun. Oh, and I failed. Oh. Oh. Bro, I don't know how I just did that. That was like, oh my god, there's another one. Oh no. Only in this video will something as amazingly stupid as that happen. But you're supposed to fire a bunch of like arrows onto those like things like up on this floor here. But well, it looks like, of course, Creepers had different plans. I just want to get rid of these stone bricks, so I'm just gonna like patch this up for now. There we go. This is the combination lock room. The combination lock is open, so I can only believe that one thing has happened, that the vault has been robbed. There's a slime down there. Hello, mate. This is like a fishing game. If like kind of go here and fish fishing rod all these to open the vault door, which because I am a bit desperate to get in here, I'm just going to bust down. Wahaha, yes, like this. All right, now we're in the vault. This is how it looks. You know, you've got like your different kind of things here, your riches and rewards and jewelry, your diamonds, your ender chest, and everything that you need. It's almost like an emergency bunker, I guess you could kind of call it as. Speaking of emergency bunker, I kind of didn't show the panic room in the secret base because I tried that at one point recently and the redstone didn't work, and I just kind of didn't think it was really worth showing. So yeah, it's literally just like a room down there. But yeah, we are on the final thing to show, which is this, the clock tower. Basically, in here, it's a very tall tower, as you've seen countless times in the video. There's like alarm clocks, different. This is like a cuckoo clock. We've got like just wall clocks, grandfather clocks, more wall clocks, like more like alarm looking things. Like this is like a nighttime detector clock. Obviously using a daylight sensor. And then if I head up, let's see, if I head up here, if I can use a firework at least. Here we go, let's just do that. Oh, I'm going to take a bit of damage, I know, but I will. We can get up to here, which is the actual tea time tea shop. You can obviously imagine playing the piano to countless people that are sitting here. It does kind of give like very tea shop vibes, I think. It's got that kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of cool. So yeah, all this here, of course, representing different teas that you can get. There was like a bunch of signs, but once again, they have all been removed and it's out of stock. What do you expect? So yeah, this is the tea shop with a beautiful view out. However, it gets better because you can climb the whole way up. And once we do that, it will mark the fact that we have toured every single shop. Oh my god, it's been a mad vibe. I think this video must be about like 3 hours long. I do genuinely think this video is about 3 hours long. I do. But this is it. All this. All that over there. Going the whole way around to all this we've toured. That's crazy. That is really crazy. Let's go for a fly around. Let's just you know, why not? Like genuinely, it's insane to me how big this world is. You can fly around it and you can get around it so fast, but each building, each tiny detail has a story here in this world. And it's a landmark of not just being a great building, but a great achievement. And something that has defied what people usually can do in their worlds. Of course, over here, we have the evil hit the target's base, island. I don't want to spend too much time over here, but you can see he's got a massive lava lake down there. He won't be home, but I just don't think it's worth showing. And you can see, even things like the pumpkin, giant things, even the things that I've built. I'd say I've already made my mark on this world. And I think if you guys are doing continuations as well, you guys should make your mark on the world. Because it may be Stampy's world, but we as a community helped keep him going with this world. Helped him with his passion. And because of his passion, we're able to give back to the community in ways that he never thought we would be able to about 10 years ago. So the fact that I'm able to be here right now and make this video really does make me happy. Just knowing how far, not just how far Stampy came with this world, but how far we've come as a community and how far continuations have gone in what doesn't feel like it's been a year, but truly has. So on that philosophical note, I want to say a massive thank you. If anyone, and I mean anyone, has watched this video this far, genuinely, you mean a lot to me. And I want you to comment down saying something, because that dedication and commitment right there is something that I'm not going to forget. And just like I'm not going to forget this journey of being in this world and doing things that I never thought I'd be able to do. So thank you guys for these opportunities. Thank you Stampy for this opportunity. Thank you guys also for watching. And I will see you all in the next episode. My throat needs a long time to recover after this one. Goodbye!